up my shorts and run. I always wear jorts. I have a list that snorts. A weak heart, but it supports a love that never bore. It's time to love. It's time to unwilling. Cringing sure of. Sad scrolls in my mind. Into the stargate, see the lights swirl. The universe enters my world. Stop the podcast, hear the rocks swirl. The universe is now Mikey's world. Mikey's world. Mikey's world. Let's go on a ride to the unknown side, a magical place where nostalgia hides. We love the 80s toys, the movies, kick-ass boys, the 90s were joy, like a childhood toy. Some call me a cell, but I feel like the Lord, an emo in the void, living life avoid. It's time to love. It's time to unwind. Cringe and cure. Sex white girls in my mind. Enter the stargate, see the lights swirl. The universe and tide is my swirl. Start the podcast, hear lights swirl. The universe is now Mikey's world. The evening has begun. It's time for retro fun. She's Rogers in a bun. I salute my shirts and run. I always wear jorts. I have a list that snorts. A weak heart, but it supports a love that never aborts. It's time to love. It's time to unwind. Cringe and cure. Sex white girls in my mind. Enter the stargate, see the lights twirl. The universe and time is my world. Start the podcast, hear me like swirl. The universe and now Mikey's world. Mikey's world. Mikey's world.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, MichaelRayBower, coming to you with a different podcast than I normally do. I've been doing the Acting Crazy and Confident podcast, trying to get rid of my anger, my fears, my drama, trying to vent. But I lost sight of some of the things that are fun. Not everything is Dabbleverse related, or it shouldn't be. But I know some of you from the Dabbleverse are here hanging out. I appreciate that. But this is Mikey's World, the podcast where I just talk about anything that's happening, my hobbies, my fun, my movie reviews, my conspiracies, and I try to move away from negativity and find some positivity. Hopefully I can do this once a week, but I struggle doing anything nowadays. But there will be some coping, there will be some venting, and I don't know what you're going to get. So depending on the questions asked or running the show, we'll see what happens. That being said, when I do start to tell stories or do reviews or whatever else I do, I talk a lot. I miss a lot of the chat room, the regular chat especially. So please forgive me. But please know I respect and care And I hope I earn each and every one of you's subscription to memberships, or I earn your smiles. That's the most important thing. I got a cool background. So moving forward, you'll be able to tell what type of a show it is depending on my backdrop, excuse me. This is my home backdrop. Got my Raiders flag. Football's about to start. I'm excited. We're going to talk a little bit about fantasy football. Got one of my favorite movies of all time, The Goonies. Not my number one, but it's definitely in my top 3. We got the Goonies poster in the background. And you can't really see it, but there's a film strip. And it's an actual Dude, Where's My Car trailer. That's right. That film strip. And if you want to see more of it, maybe I'll pick it up. There's a little bit of it above there. It's still a little hard to see. But there it is. That's an actual trailer for the movie I was in called Dude, Where's My Car? That's what it is. Then here's a YouTube play button for my Raider channel. It's a fake play button, but my brother got it to me as a gift when I got over, I believe it was 25,000 subscribers on my former Raider channel before I lost it. My brother got that to me as a gift because I always wanted a YouTube play button. And I ended up with about over 58,000 subscribers on that channel till the NFL and copyright came and took it from me. Mother fudgers. Then we got my fantasy football trophy up here. We'll talk a little bit about that. We got a Raider shield made of metal, 100% genuine metal. Stanley Kubrick book that I found. Of course, you got to represent the Bible. Then I got a film production slapper. And whatever else is actually on the screen. Got my little green screen that I use sometimes back here. But this is Mikey's World, where we do something different. It's not always about negativity. It's not always about anger. It's where we can all find some peace and stop watching the simple stuff, get to know human beings on a human level. So thank you all for joining me today. First and foremost, let me be as transparent as possible. I am struggling financially. I should make this an everyday job, but I can't. But this is my job, and this is how I am currently supplementing whatever little bit of income I get. So I hope I earn your subscription, and please hit that thumbs up and that like and subscribe button. Consider becoming a member of this channel for early and exclusive content. And I'm trying to find the damn thing to put on the bottom of the screen. Who the heck knows? There we go. Show it for a little bit. And I have a merchandise store available. If you guys feel like there's QR codes on screen for all my different things. And yeah, any way you can support, $1, 50 cents, whatever it is, I thank you. Even hitting the like button, I appreciate it. Technically, I got a goal for today's show. I would hope to make at least more than $55, but who knows? That's how much I need to make every day to survive. That's 100% honesty. That's how much I need to make to survive. I live as minimalistically as possible. No, I think I need to make $58. Apologize about that. So let's call it 60 to pay all my bills, living minimalistically. And I'm very proud and humbled to have anything I have. So for the people that have been watching the drama, let's get it out of the way. I had air conditioner problems. They finally came, and by the Lord and the landlords saved it and fixed it and got me a brand new air conditioner that's cold as fuck. I am so grateful for the little necessities in life. What an amazing freaking thing. But around that time, my refrigerator stopped working as well, maybe because of the heat. I don't know what happened, but I lost a bunch of food. And then I did some technology things. I read online. I tried to fix the refrigerator, clean it all up, clean the doors so that way it would keep the cold air in if it was producing any, but I have been hearing loud noises from the refrigerator. And but I got it working again. So I salvaged some of the food I bought and I was able to get it working again. But then a couple of days after they delivered the air conditioner, the new air conditioner, I was like, yay, life is good. And then all of a sudden, the last couple of days, the water bottles have not been freezing in the freezer. Even after 24 hours, 30 hours, they're getting cold. And they're staying cold, but they're not freezing. And then the bottom of the fridge was a little bit warm. I don't got a lot of food in there because I lost a lot of it to spoilage. But I was like, yeah, I think I got a broken fridge. So the last episode of the Acting Crazy and Confident, I was complaining about a fridge. And I'm still complaining about a fridge. So I went through refrigerators to get an exact slim model. It's like a garage model. It's like a 7'5" cubic refrigerator that you need. And I found them anywhere between $280 to $400 on multiple websites. But here's the issue. Oh, and I got to respect the first chat. I'm sorry, I kind of forgot. I got to respect the first chat on every live stream. Mr. Buddy Lee coming in with the huh? You got to love that. It's a beautiful name, Mr. Buddy Lee. My brother's name is Buddy, named after Buddy Rich, who was one of my dad's best friends in life, Buddy Rich, the famous drummer. So, Mr. Buddy Lee, thank you for chiming in today and saying hello. We got Brent Mania coming in with the support offline. Like always, you're an amazing man, Brent. I appreciate you, dude, and the support. All right, now let me finish telling this stupid refrigerator story. So I looked online for refrigerators, and I'm like, man, how am I going to get one? I need one. But thank God it's working at again, it's the same thing as my air conditioner. The refrigerator is keeping things to a certain level, like not all the way defrosted and gone, but it's a little bit cold. So I don't know. But I did all that stuff again the other day, and the water bottles are still not frozen. I pressed all the little buttons in the back and cleaned everything. It's an old fridge. It was made in 1999, I think. But the new ones are anywhere between $200 and $75 or $80 and $400. I'm sorry, anywhere between $250 and $400. And then I found some of the cheap ones, $250 at Walmart, blah, 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 all that other stuff. And I was like, oh, maybe, not that I can afford it, but maybe I can afford that. On Klarna, I can make $35 payments a month for 7 months. That's what you got to do nowadays. And but then I realized that there was differences. Delivery wasn't available, but shipping was. I didn't know what that means on Walmart.com. They ship it to me, but delivery is not available. Isn't shipping delivery? I guess not. It's two different things. Shipping means it comes from another location, and they ship it to your door in a box. Delivery, I think they deliver it upstairs and to you. But that wasn't available for any refrigerator that I was looking at on Walmart.com. The only place I found that had delivery was Lowe's, Home Depot, and Best Buy. That would deliver it upstairs. And they also had a thing called haul away, where they were haul away the old refrigerator for an extra fee, of course. Another $40 for each service, probably $50 to deliver it, or haul it away and $40 to deliver it. I don't know. It's another $100. But I found a fridge, and I'm still debating whether to get it, whether to buy it outright, get it on Klarna, where I can make payments or whatever thing that is. I'm still debating it because that's a lot of money to me. Technically, it's going to be around $400 to $500 in total. I think the refrigerator is priced at $300 and it might be $369. 69. Ha. So you add another $100 for the delivery and the haul away. That's what, 370, that's $470. And then probably another $30, $40 in taxes. So we're looking at anywhere between, my math is always off base. How much is the fridge that I was officially going to figure out to get? I'm sorry. I'm forgetting the price. I am getting it from Home Depot. That's right, Home Depot. And it's $325. So it's going to be about a $450 purchase. Okay? That's a lot for me. So any support, any donations, anything offline and whatever will help get my ass a new fridge. Hopefully by the end of this week. I don't know the delivery dates, but I'm still hesitating. And I'm still praying that I can milk this refrigerator for another week or two into August. Because on Cash App, if you spend a certain amount of money on your Cash App card, they give you like another $100 to borrow. That's right. I've been borrowing money and figuring out ways to pay these extra expenditures. It's really hard. It's really hard. I am literally juggling everything. And that's a scary place to live in. It is. Why don't you get a job? I'm not going there today. All right. That being said, again, I have cameos available. I got merchandise available. Any ways to support, I truly appreciate it. And I have my little hallway, my Indiana Jones hallway open today. And there's my stereo that I'm going to make a video hopefully this week, or if not this weekend, where I'm going to see if it's working. It's an old school retro stereo just like this, y'all. And I'm going to film it and see if it's working and what the hell's happening. This thing is worth, in decent condition online, $1,000. It's a Sharp GF. Can't see the screen. Let me make it a little bigger real quick to see if I can see it. Sharp GF 9696 or something like that. I don't know, but it's worth $1,000, but you'll never get that. But still, it's kind of a cool thing. I bought it at a thrift store probably in the year 2005, 2006 or 7. I bought it for like $7, I believe. For some reason, 11's popping into my head, maybe 7-Eleven. So it's either $7 or $11, but it was pretty cheap. And you like my name? I'm calling myself DJ Primetime. Why? Because I used to be called DJ Prime. That's right. I DJ'd. My brother was a DJ, a disc jockey. We had a local radio station called, Frequency 104.7. We played house music, jungle music, and everything on the weekends. We became really popular. And I would play the hard house music. I've been listening to a lot of EDM recently, but I've been listening to the music. And let me get the regular chat online just to say hello to a couple people. Oh, we got a super chat. Yay! But I DJ'd growing up and doing some adventures, and I became kind of popular. I should have pulled out some of the flyers. I worked with a guy named DJ Henry with Power 106, the big station in LA. I actually started dating a girl from Power 106, and she's in the Limp Bizkit. It's all about the he said, she said bullshit. You think you better quit talking that shit. She's the Latin girl with the black leather outfit, and she worked at Power 106 as part of the power team that would drive in a van and pass out flyers and give out gifts for the radio station. That's some good memories. But yeah, my name was DJ Prime. It wasn't Prime Time. I added the time because it sounded funny. I'm entertaining you. DJ Prime Time. Because I was watching the clips of this girl named DJ Electra Fry in the Dabbleverse doing a face reveal. And then everybody just insulted her on every video clip. And it was fucking disgusting. Body shamed her, made fun of every single thing. It's fucking disgusting. That's all I'm going to say about that. That was really disgusting. Sure, she has many problems and issues, just like us all. But my God, the girl tries to get confidence in life instead of being a cartoon character. Then the minute she does a face reveal, you all just tear into her like she's some sort of fucking monkey or object to give her a humiliation ritual. These are the Dabbleverse people. It was sad as fuck. But that's why I called myself DJ Prime Time today. I just thought it was a little bit ode to that clip that I saw. All right, let's get to the super chat. Oh my God, it's orange. Orange, like orange soda for Keenan and Kale. For the fridge fund. Yes, I'll get it next month, according to YouTube. That's why it sounds really stupid, but paying or donating like Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, so much better for life. But still, everything helps and counts. And Winger fan number 1, appreciate you. Freaking love wings. Not only chicken wings. Oh, that reminds me. I got to test out those chicken wings that I bought. But I freaking love Wings, the TV show. Freaking love Wings. It's a good TV show, yo. What was that, an episode of Family Guy where they were talking and making fun of the show Wings? And I got offended, just like the character that has sex all the time that goes giga giga giggity giggity. I forgot the guy's name, but he goes giggity giggity. But they were making fun of Wings, the TV show, and I freaking loved it. And then he goes, "What are you talking about? Freaking love Wings." And I was mad like him. Thank you for the 1999, brother. It's a blessing from the bottom of your heart, your hard-earned money that you're sharing with me and supporting. I can't appreciate you enough. Thank you. All right, let's get this thing tested, hopefully this weekend, and I can see if this stereo is working. I will make a video for it and hopefully share it. I don't know if I'll go live, but I probably should do it live, but I don't know how to. Whenever you're doing a video or anything, you got to figure out ways to set up the camera, and you got to do all that other stuff. That's right, Mr. Positive Live. It was called Pirated Radio for when we did Frequency 104.7. My brother bought a one of his favorite movies, and mine, is Pump Up the Volume. But my brother bought something online that created an FM station. It's like a big thing. And then we had to put it on the roof of the house I used to have. And they got a big ass antenna, and my brother would DJ in his room and created a station. Then we started to befriend some of the people in the community. Then we would take that whole DJ unit with the antenna to other people's locations. And then we would get a certain around area with the radio station, and it would bounce over the hills. So some of the San Fernando Valley, specifically Van Nuys, Burbank, North Hollywood, Panorama, would get the signal pretty well. Canoga Park, stuff like that. But it would bounce over the hill, the signal. It was a decent one. It wasn't the best, but it did some decent coverage, you know. And it would bounce over the hill, and it would hit little parts of Hollywood or West Hollywood. And so some people every weekend would get Frequency 104.7. And then I would have about a 35-minute set as a DJ on the Technique 1200s. This is before CDs, and I forgot the other names of all the MP3s and all that. But we were actually doing it on Technique 1200s and stuff. MLK2s, I think they were called. Direct drive turntables. And I created a half an hour set, and I would play Hard House. And I had intros, and I'd go to the local record shop on Melrose and get into record clubs and buy the newest hit record. It was fucking great. It was fucking great. Such beautiful days. Such beautiful days, man. And I think there's a video clip of me being like a dancer in one of these rebel nightclubs out there back in the days. Maybe we can show that at another time. Sorry. What's up, Ewood? Bubba the Love Sponge is a snake. I don't really know too much of him. He's the guy in the wrestling community, right? And he does like a podcast, and he's in with Brooke Hogan. What's up, Brent? I do a lot of weddings. There it is. What's up, Colin Madden? I do a lot of weddings, corporate events as a musician. 100% right. Good money. But it always ended up being a long day and a night. You're a DJ as well, Colin Madden? That's amazing. That's freaking amazing. You guys keep the chat room going. Keep the chat room lit. And I got to learn how to check out the chat room a little bit better. Today's hangout is a subscribers only chat room. So you have to be a subscriber. And I will, for members of my channel, I will probably, respect their comments a little bit quicker, and super chats, of course. But that being said, I'm trying to learn how to do this podcasting thing, pay attention to the regular chat, members chat. So that's why sometimes we need to separate a show and call it regular chat day, where a Q&A where we just look at every chat. But I like to tell stories, and I like to talk about life and other stuff like that. What's up, Gypsy Magi? Good to see you. All right, so speaking of everybody's weekend, and Brent, you brought up a good subject. Thank you for changing the subject and segmenting the subject. Appreciate that. I want to give out a gift. Oh, the slime book fell. I have this stuff on my merchandise store for Shell and all that. But I want to give out an autographed headshot, and I got to learn how to put it into fruition on my podcast. But on Mikey's World, on the next Mikey's World, I'm going to give out an autograph Garbage Pail Kid parody trading card of me, an actual autograph trading card of me, and I'm going to give out an autograph photo as well. So here's what you have to do to win it. Here's what you have to do to win it. I'm pretty sure it's simple. Anybody can enter. But what I want you to do is, I want you to caption this photograph that I made on AI a while back. You can do it in the description. You could do it in the chat room now. But I prefer in the description on the video. But caption this AI that I created, because I kind of wanted to be in a movie like Lethal Weapon, or what was the movie with Chris Tuck, Rush Hour? And I told the AI to create a picture of me as an actor, like in a dream role, in a buddy comedy movie. So I want you to caption this picture. What's going on with my nose? Everything just hitting my nose. I want you to caption this with an 80s buddy comedy movie title in the description or on screen. And I'm going to pick the best one, and I'm going to give that person an award on the next episode. But if we get enough in the chat room, it'd probably have to be in Super Chat, because I don't see all the chats. I'll give out the autograph picture on next week's Mikey show, hopefully next Monday. So caption this with a movie title from the 80s of a buddy comedy picture, okay? I think that'd be pretty awesome. Hope you all can get it done. So there it is. Caption that photo as best as you can. Colin Madden, $5. Thank you, Colin. Appreciate your support. When you're not being a turd, I'm just kidding. You're a good human being at heart. You just enjoy the Dabbleverse. And unfortunately, I still watch the clips. So who's the hypocrite now? Who has a thumb and is pointing at this guy? I'm not a DJ. Okay, I thought you were by the comments. Another fella in the chat is, I play guitar. We were talking about wedding gigs. Okay, so you're a wedding guitarist, maybe. Yeah, that's what you were saying. Dude, that's a hard job too, man. You don't make as much as you deserve. But do you live stories like the wedding singer? I'm sure you do, brother. I'm sure you fucking do. That's so amazing. And I don't know if you're married or not, but you get to pick up some girls if you're not at a wedding, or even if you are married. It's not my business. But that's fun stuff, dude. I like wedding parties. I really, really do. I really, really do. We got a couple of titles coming in already. Xanax Piggy, what's up, dude? Love your avatar. Thelmo and Lewis. Which one am I? Or is it Lois? Thelma and Louis. That's pretty funny off of Thelma and Louise. That's pretty funny, dude. I'd probably be, would I be Thelmo? No. The black guy's probably Thelmo. I'd be Louis. I look a little Latino. I grew up around Latinos. I'm sure I have that stupid accent. Do any of you have that stupid thing where whenever you hang out with somebody from a different ethnicity, you kind of talk differently? Is it only white people? It probably is. I'm not trying to go racial, but it's probably only white people. Whenever you get around a different ethnicity and you kind of think that they don't know regular English or they can't speak it too well, then you walk up to them or you ask them a question or something. You go, hello, do you understand me? Okay. And then you do half Spanglish or whatever to try to get through to them. It is so fucking cringe. But I've done it my entire life. And I did it again the other day. It's fucking insane. Freaking insane, yo. Gloomerbox says, I'm hungry. Winger Fan, Colin Madden, I play some of my own music. It's on my channel. Everybody check out Winger Fan #1, man. Check out some of his music. Anybody that's creative and doing their little thing on the side or in their career, I'm really proud of it. So Winger Fan, everybody become a fan, and I will after the show, I promise you. Working Arts, what's up, Dana? How you been, girl? The Matchbox movie with John Cena would have been fun with Michael. Yeah, I haven't watched the trailer yet, but I saw like a little 20-second clip of it on a YouTube channel. Apparently there's a Matchbox movie where they're playing with the cars and it becomes real life show. All the toys and all the food are becoming fucking movies nowadays. Excuse my language. Remember, we got the Cheeto movie. We got taco movies. We got Matchbox movies, Transformer movies, all that other freaking stuff. 2 Degree Game from Long Beach. Where's that? And if you guys notice, I'm happier because I got a working air conditioner. And it's a cool 77 degrees in my apartment. It's been getting so hot recently that even at night, like at 6 in the morning after it's been cold all night and it's been like 70 degrees outside all night, inside my apartment, it was still 84. And during the day, it would hit up like 90, 95, 100 degrees in the apartment. Now with a working air conditioner, when I put it at 75, that's too cold for me. So 77, I figured out, is the sweet spot for me. And it's doing the whole room. That's why I even have my hallway door open. I would normally close my little hallway door because I would need the air to stay in the little studio apartment room. But I'm doing okay. Life is a blessing. Life is a highway. I want to share it all night long. We might do karaoke, guys. If we hit, what was my goal, 65 or 70 on YouTube Super Chats? I think it was 60. Yeah. Maybe we'll do a karaoke song like my boy Karmic. I don't know. Oh, Colin Madden with another one. Thank you, dude. I am married. I am just a working musician in general. Bars, events, weddings, probably not much different than your pops. Yeah, my pops was doing that for many, many years in his later life. Earlier in his life, he was on tour with Buddy Rich, and he had like a famous band called the Four Jokers, and they were pretty famous. They were traveling and doing a bunch of things. But like ever since like the late 70s, early 80s, that's when Buddy Rich, the famous drummer, got kind of older, and my dad did as well. My dad was born in 29. So like then my dad became like a traveling musician on the boats in Long Beach, the Princess Louise, the Catalina, all that other stuff, man. And then he would work at a bar in Torrance, not at a bar, like a bar restaurant in Torrance called the San Fran. I had such good memories there. Thank you for bringing up these good memories of my father. We just recently had the anniversary, and I hate calling it an anniversary of my father's death, but on the 22nd was the day my father passed away in 2017, the day I lost my hero. He had a good life. I still believe that they did some death protocols on him, even though he was 88 years of age. You guys can look that up. That's a conspiracy term. But still, he had a good life, and he lived to be 88, and I'd be so proud to live that long or that longer with all my conditions. I've never seen this name before that I know of, but what's up, Peach Kensington? Pleasure to meet you. Working Arts. We need to get an Evolution reunion going, and I'll produce it at a local event. Yeah, I've recently got into contact with Sean again, and Orlando Jones, but I don't have any way of contacting David Duchovny or Juliana Moore that I know of. But it's possible. Oh, it's Joshi. Hey, Joshi. That's right. Now that I look at the photograph, what's up, Miss Alexandra? Pleasure to see you. Happy recent birthday. I know you just had a recent birthday. That's pretty amazing. Hopefully you're well. All right. So let's get into a topic of basically one of the reasons why I wanted to go live today. And quickly, before everybody leaves the chat room, I play fantasy football every year. I have a football league, and I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite things in life, fantasy football, if you know about it. And we're basically 1 month away, or 1 month and a week away from the actual football season starting. But we have our drafts and stuff in the month of late August or early September. And I have some leagues, and my league is filling up. I have a RayBower Youth Channel League for this channel. It was called the RayBower Channel League for the first 2 years, but I recently changed the name to the Bowerverse Fantasy Football League. We are kind of full, but there is a possibility of 1 or 2 spots available. So pay attention to this channel. Hit me up in social media or DMs if you'd like to play in the Bowerverse Fantasy Foosball League. We're going into our 3rd year. And some people think, what are the prizes? What are the prizes? Well, first off, I asked for dues of $25 to play in the league. And if we have, I think, 12 teams total in that league. So that would equate a value of technically a prize pool of $225 times 10 is $250. So that'd be a prize pool of $300. Okay, but of course I play for free. So technically it's a prize pool of $275. And the previous champion plays for free as well because they won the previous championship. So that's a prize pool technically of $250. Now, the first place prize is $150 of merchandise from my store or worth of my time. I'll be on your podcast for an hour. I'll hang out with you, do a private session, do an acting class, or you can get $150 of merchandise from my store, from my merchandise store. So that leaves about $100. And second place, oh, that's right. First place gets a free buy-in for the following year because they won the championship. Then second place gets a free buy-in and $25 from my merchandise store. It's not the best second place prize, but hey, that equates a value right there of $225. And then third place gets nothing. So it's kind of worth it at the end of the fantasy football after I get all the dues and everything. Do I make a little bit of money? Yes, because they pay the full price for the merchandise on my website. You get it. So if they get a t-shirt on my website, it's $25 or $28, whatever it might be. And then it only costs me to give it to them like $12 or $13. So I make like $12. So technically, after everything's said and done, I might make anywhere between $50 and $75, maybe even a little bit more, but from my fantasy football league. But that's also kind of like a donation, kind of like support for me being the commissioner and, you know, you guys helping me out a little bit with a couple extra dollars here and there. But that's what my fantasy foosball league is about for this channel, for the Bowerverse. So if any of you guys would like to be a part of it, I might even open up a second league, but we're not full completely. I'm still allowing the previous members to come into the league, and they all haven't hit me up or they all haven't paid their dues yet. So I'm giving them like another week or so. But if you want to be in the Bowerverse League, if there's an open spot and you're willing to pay the $25 dues and you're willing to live with the prize pool that I just explained, then, hey, maybe I'm the fantasy football league for you guys to have fun with. We do the draft on my channel live in video. And, well, we didn't do it last year because we had some bad people trying to fuck with me, and I was nervous. But we'll do it this year for sure. We'll do the draft live on my channel. And the draft day will be Sunday, September 6th, sometime in the late afternoon. But again, there might be a couple of spots available, but currently they're not. So you're going to get on a waiting list. Hit me up on social media. Hit me up in DMs or email. The email's down below, heybower@gmail.com, and maybe we can get this started. That being said, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for fantasy football. It's one of the greatest things in my freaking life. What's up, Coach Muttering John? Let me try to check out some chat since I talk so much, man. Brutish queef cake. You only charge $15 for your time? Well, if you think I'm worth more, man, I appreciate that, brother. I don't know what it breaks down to, dude. I do an hour for $150 anywhere, but I normally give everybody like an hour and 20, an hour and a half. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. We be the chocolate. I'm cool like that. Remember that song? What's up, Coach Muttering John? Good to see you. Go Lions. Oh, you're from Detroit. Dude, the Lions lost their coach to Chicago, boy, and he made Caleb Williams a fucking star. Made Caleb Williams a fucking star. Fantastic, fantastic. There it is. That's right. Bo DeMarsh, he is the first year of the Bowerverse Fantasy Foosball League champion. And DeMarsh, did I hook you up with the merchandise and stuff as the champion? A lot of people want to claim that I scam people or I do bad things. I think you can vouch for me. But you're not the previous foosball champ. You're from the first year. Last year, it was Ryan and Jessica Smith from my channel. But Bo DeMarsh, thank you guys. Oh, thank you for your dues just recently. And you are the previous first season fantasy foosball champion in my league. I'm coming for you, bitch. It's my fucking year. How can I not win the championship in my league that I'm the commissioner for? Huh? But we had to migrate our league, y'all. We were on NFL.com fantasy, and we had to migrate our fucking league because I've been on NFL app for 3 years in this league, in like 10 years in my Raider league, and then 17 years for my acting, my actors, my movie studio league that's been running 17 fucking years with all the stats, the statistics, and everything in the NFL app. But ESPN bought the NFL app, the fantasy football, the red zone, and ESPN bought it all. So now it goes through ESPN. ESPN already had their fantasy app. So they shut down the NFL app. They shut it down for fantasy football. After 17 years and all the stats and the championships and all that other stuff, the history, the legacy of all my leagues, gone. Hopefully they keep the website running so we can look at it for the next year or two and try to figure out a way to cross over our stats. But they don't have a way to put it on ESPN. Not yet. It just happened in March. So I transferred all my leagues to Sleeper. Sleeper Fantasy Football is a decent app. It's one of the best fantasy football apps out there, but they struggle in certain areas, but they're the best fantasy football according to everybody else. So all of my leagues have migrated to Sleeper. So again, if you want to be in my Bowerverse league, get on the waiting list. And then also, just for the Raider fans, I have a lot of spots possibly in my Raider Central League for my other channel. I think we probably got like 5 spots for now that I'm pretty sure are going to stay there in my Raider Central League. So yes, I run a couple of different leagues to make a little bit of extra bucks. It's not that much. Maybe at most $100 from each league goes into my pocket somehow. But I really enjoy it. And my big fantasy football league with the actors and everything, it's a huge expensive league. It was $500 a year to play in that fantasy football league. And I'm the 4-time champion in that league. But recently, ain't nobody got $500. Well, some of the actors do. I don't. But last year, we brought it down to $200 for the league because that was a lot of money for some of us. Not all of them are actors. And some of them are crew members and stuff like that. But we're raising it back up to $250 this year in that league. And but that league is not open for anybody. Not open for anybody. But hey, if you guys want to be a part of the Bowerverse League, hit me up in social medias, DMs, or in my email. Or if you're a Raider fan and you want to play in a league with Raider fans, that's a funny-ass league, man. Why is that so funny? Because Raider fans draft Raiders. So in the first round, out of nowhere, they draft whatever the quarterback is or the running back or the wide receivers of the Raiders. The Raiders are gone before the second round. So that allows other people to win championships because they're not the best fantasy football picks. That's 100% honesty. 100% honesty, man. Winger fan, thank you again for supporting, dude. That's amazing. I'm off seafood. I'm sticking with hot dogs. That is a quote from Salute Your Shorts, if I'm not mistaken. That is a quote from DonkeyLips in the fishing episode. Am I correct? Am I correct, Winger fan? Is that a quote from DonkeyLips, the DL Double Izzles? And if you guys would like this shirt, check it out on my merchandise store. If you want to pick up an autographed version, hit me up on social media. I'll sell you some autographed headshots and this shirt autographed, so you'll get the smell of me. I do need money any way possible. Dude, I love chunky chocolate raisin or candy bars. The little square with the little 4 pieces of square, and it had nuts and raisins. That was the chunky bar. One of my favorites. One of my favorites. The other favorite of mine was the whatchamacallit. The whatchamacallit. That's what it's called. It's called the whatchamacallit. And that's right. What's up, Alfred? Again, sorry I forgot your name the other day online, but that's right. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so exhausted. From Saved by the Bell, Jesse Spano. In that amazing episode and meme today, we have a very special episode of Mikey's World. Mr. Positive, do you hate that they moved the Raiders from Oakland to Las Vegas? I hated that they moved the Raiders out of LA to Oakland. Then I was happy they went from Oakland to Las Vegas. And remember, you can't spell Oakland without the Oak, O-A-K for the Oakland, for the Raiders, the L-A for the L.A. Raiders, and the N-D for Nevada. So everywhere the motherfucking Raiders went is in the name Oakland, where they originated from. Oakland, Los Angeles, Nevada, N-D. Bam! Way to put it all together. No, I actually loved it. Doodly doo, doodly doo, doodly doo. Magic and wonder are waiting for you. I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna do it every time. So if you get a song or a meme or from me, that's leveling up. What's up, doodly doo? Mike, is it true that Mike, is it true that Mike Suplee stole his role in Twin Peaks: The Return from you? Are you talking about Ethan Suplee? I don't know anybody named Mike Suplee, and I've never seen Twin Peaks: The Return. Sorry about that. Swansong 70, whatchamacallits were great before they added caramel. Mad Chatter, Raiders got any good draft picks? Yeah, they got the running back this year and Fernando Mendoza, man. I might do a Raider show after this show later today on my Raider channel because I've been needing to do that. It depends on how I'm feeling for the next hour. But yeah, all right, let's go on to a separate segment. And again, super chat, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button. I appreciate it. Any support would help out my fridge. It'll help out my life. I'm like running on food fumes because of the broken refrigerator. I'm like eating Raisin Bran that I bought. Well, I brought the fake version of Raisin Bran because my milk spoiled. But I'm eating the fake version of Raisin Bran with just by itself. And then I got oatmeal. I'm eating nacho chips that I bought a big bag of the big bag of tortilla fake Doritos, nacho chips. I can't afford real Doritos. And that's what I've been eating. And I got a big old thing of mixed nuts. I finished my hummus bucket. I had a hummus bucket that didn't spoil. And I got a bag of chicken, and I forgot to mention it earlier, but I got a bag of chicken wings, a bag of chicken thighs, and a bag of fish. And technically, they defrosted like 80% of the way when the refrigerator was broken. But then they froze again because it started working. And it's still kind of frozen. So I hope it's good. But I need to pull out the chicken wings because I need to eat some actual protein. And I got barbecue sauce for the chicken wings. And I have a package of all beef hot dogs. I know it's not the best thing to eat, but I love chili dogs. I bought a can of chili. I love fucking chili dogs. And I got Jif peanut butter. And I got Jif peanut butter. So I'm struggling for the next 14 days. And then hopefully I have a working fridge by that time, or this continues to work. But that's what I'm living off of. And it's okay because it's been so hot that I haven't been eating. I only eat one meal a day, to be quite honest with you, and I would snack a little bit. But now I'm doing okay because I haven't been that hungry. So I'm definitely losing weight. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Hydrating like crazy. And I noticed I wasn't feeling so great today because I had a little bit of sugar in tea. I had some teas and sugar. I had some Jamaica tea, hibiscus tea. So I put a little bit of sugar in that stuff. Got to avoid the sugar. Nicole Magenta, what's up, cutie pie? I want a hot dog. Don't we all? I want a chili dog. I want a chili dog. But I'm worried about my refrigerator. So I got the fish and the chicken thighs and my ice cream's still in there. I haven't even opened up my bucket of ice cream. Kind of defrosted a little bit too, and now it's frozen again. But I want to make sure all that stuff is good before all the processed foods like the hot dogs, the chili, and whatever's in the can. Oh, I have a big can of tuna. I forgot about that. I have a big old can of tuna. I got enough food for the next 14 days, but I think I'm going to try to test out the refrigerator. I'm going to defrost the chicken wings and have the chicken wings or something sometime this week with some rice. I have some rice and beans, so that'll be good. And I got a little bit of leftover onions and celery and jalapenos that I kind of froze while the refrigerator was working. I don't know what the fuck's going on. All right, I'm just rambling here. I'm just rambling. I'm sorry, guys. I'm speaking about that. What game you going to, Nicole? What baseball game you going to tonight? That'll be a fun adventure. Take pictures, man. Share it with the world. Are you on my social media? If you are, let me know. I'd like to see that. I like to celebrate people's moments. Do you think Ray John? That's funny. That's Thomas Chong's daughter. Do you think? What's up, Doodle? Do you think Ray Don Chong ever smoked a bong? I do. I have a weird feeling. I have a weird feeling. Crisper soup, staple of the struggling. What's your guys' struggle meal? What's your struggle meal? Mine is Top Ramen, because you can get a package for like, I don't know what the total cost of a package is, probably 35 cents, 40 cents for a package. And I would eat probably 2 packages of ramen, and whatever leftover meat or vegetables or whatever the hell you got, you mix with the ramen. And that's what it is. That's a struggle meal for me. It's a struggle meal. So you're going to see Red Sox and Athletics in Sacramento. There you go. Go Red Sox. Just because they got a cooler name. Can of tuna and rice is your struggle meal? That doesn't sound so appetizing. I think I've done it before, but I don't think that's a good texture mixture, to be quite honest with you. I remember Hamburger Helper, they had Tuna Helper, and it came with noodles and tuna, but I don't remember rice and tuna. Maybe a tuna cake, like a crab cake and rice. All right, everybody, let me know your struggle meals down below. All right, let's get into some movie reviews. Because this weekend, I had a chance to finally watch some movies and relax a little bit. And struggle meal, you're right. Oatmeal, instant mashed potatoes. I got you. Ramen and egg is one of the best things as well. Yeah, that Little Caesars, man, that $5 hot and ready used to hit, right? Used to hit. I lost 30 pounds when I stopped eating it. I understand it. But there ain't nothing like just pulling up to a Little Caesars and being like, got $5. You're like, bam! Get a Little Caesars hot and ready. That shit hit. That shit hit. I feel like chicken tonight. Like chicken tonight. What? That's a commercial. That's an advertisement. Was that Chicken Helper? Because I know they had a Hamburger Helper. They had a Tuna Helper. Is that Chicken fucking Helper? Is that motherfucking Chicken Helper? I think that is, dude. Let me know. Oh, I forgot to do something real quick. So, all right, let's do this before we get into the movie reviews. So the other day, well, it might have been a week or two ago, around the 10th of the month, before my refrigerator broke, while everything was getting really, really weird. We're not going to watch the whole video, but we're going to talk a little bit about equipment today. Maybe I can use your help. But I bought this a while back because it's really hard for me to film anything outside with my phone. It heats up during the summer. You can't film with it. It says it's too hot. Then walking around with it, you got to put it on a handle. It's too heavy. And then the audio is not the best on my phone, so I have to use some sort of $5 microphone. But I can still use it, right? And I can go live. But I only get 6 gigabytes of internet a month on my phone. I'm on a limited plan to save money. So that's why I don't live stream on my phone that much. Plus, the battery goes dead pretty quick. So a while back, some of you guys witnessed, I bought this. It's a fake version of the DJI Pocket. This is the Temu version that costs like 45 or 50 bucks. And it films everything, right? From a screen, and it has a little card on it and all that, right? And I haven't used it that much because when I first tested it out, I didn't like the way it looked, the audio, but supposedly it does 4K or 2K, whatever. Dabbleverse, pun intended. Or it does like, yeah, it supposedly does like 4K, right? But I don't have a 4K computer and I don't really edit in 4K. But there it is. So, and the thing swivels, right? But it doesn't have an electricity thing that does it automatically. But you can swiggle the stupid thing and see the light goes out even when you're filming, blah, blah, blah. It came with an audio mic, right? But it fucking sucks. And I didn't like the video footage inside my apartment that I was filming. So I finally, months and months and months later, I decided to try to film myself shopping, buying food with it. Because I wanted to do another balling on a budget video and stuff like that for the future. But I didn't want to use my phone because it's really hard. Every time I pick up an item in the grocery store, filming it or whatever. Maybe I can live stream, but I don't know where to put my phone. It's really hard to do it. And I downloaded a free editing program that I wanted to try to use with this thing. So I went and shopped for food, washed my car, and I put this in my car while I'm driving. And I wanted to see how it sounds, how it looks, and all that other stuff, right? But the file was so fucking big when I transferred it to the computer because it films in 4K. I had to bring it down to 1080p. I had to take down the bit rate from like 30,000 bit rate to like 5,000 or 6,000 bit rate for 1080p. I don't know what I did. But let's watch a couple of minutes of it. And I want you guys to give me your honest opinion. It is not going to be professional. It's not going to sound great. But would you want me to do future videos out and about with this camera instead of my phone? I struggle with my phone. It's attached to my wallet and it's so hard to hold it. And it's really, really tough for me. This reminds me of the old, forgot the name of it, but the little white box that you used to film with. It was like a little white box. I can't think of the name. The Flash? No, the Flash. I don't know. It's a little white box. I used to do my videos on it. Let me shut this off real quick. Come on, turn off, please. All right, there we go. So let me know from this footage if this is something you guys can get behind for some of my future videos of out and about. The audio is so bad though. And it came with a microphone, but like it's on a wire that this long and it's not an external mic. You cannot add any of those attachments to it. It's just a fucking stupid little mic that you plug in. Maybe there is one that's wireless. I don't know. I got to look into it. But I'm going to try to use it without a mic. But let me know if you guys think this is decent enough footage for some future videos. Now, mind you, again, we're not going to watch the whole thing. Trying to make sure it's on the screen. Yeah, it is. Sorry, I got so many screens opened up. So this is it. I just put the clips together, but there's no particular order. But this is me testing the audio in the grocery store and how it looks. Hey, everybody. I was just checking to see how it worked. If you watch this, nobody probably will. I wanted to see how my audio is as well. So check 1 2 1 2. Tell some stories. Blah blah blah. And share the store. Show my card. All right. So that was later in the day, but earlier in the morning, when it was cool, I decided to go to a car wash to wash my car. and I forgot to say words to hear the audio. But there it is. I'm washing my car, and I'm placing it like on a little area where it could film the thing like a time lapse. So I was testing a lot of things out. I know a lot of you guys are going to make fun of it. Oh, look at he's wearing George and this and that and whatever. But hey, I was proud to get out there. This is probably like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning washing my car. Washing the car at the car wash. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Working at the car wash, yeah. Whoa, whoa, at the car wash. Whoa, 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 at the car wash, yeah. What the hell was that? Did my hood just make a noise? Where was that? Did I say anything there? I hope I did. Oh, the back of my head is so ridiculous. I need a professional haircut. Oh, I really do. I do it myself as best as possible sometimes. Damn, I got a bald spot apparently. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So washing the car myself. And then this is when I went to the store. So there's the car kind of done. So this is when I placed that camera on like the cart for the store. And who knows? I don't know what I said there. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I forgot what I said. It's so noisy. It's so noisy. Got to pull up my pants because they keep. I'm losing weight. What's up, everybody? I'm trying something new that I've never tried before, and I don't mean shopping. I just mean using this little camera to film myself. So you can barely hear me, and that's only what 2 feet away, maybe on the cart. It could barely hear me, and I didn't want to yell because I was at the grocery store. So I'm worried about the audio using this camera moving forward. I really am. But it's kind of one of the only things. Oh, it's called flip video. That's what it used to be called, the flip video. And shop. Let's see what happens. Let's see how it works. Who knows? It's got a little bit of a fisheye lens, doesn't it? But listen to it on the cart because the microphone is right on the camera. Any little noise it makes, just so ridiculous. Yeah, you got to get that stuff to clean up the area. I'm buying vegetables that all spoiled after the refrigerator broke. But it's kind of interesting to leave it running for like 15, 20 minutes. It only does 22 or 21 minutes at a time. But it creates another file. I'm just fascinated to try to. I haven't really done stuff like this, like walk around and film things with a camera. I really not known for that much. So this is all new to me. Picking up the deli meats. Bacon from a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. Oops. All right, you got enough of that. So now I decided to do it in my car. And yes, you're going to make fun of the fabric because it's falling down. So you got to put little Tic Tacs or whatever on the fabric. It's called the ghetto lifestyle. It happens. It's what we got to do. It's what we got to do. Oh, let me check out the comments. I haven't even had a chance to read some of the comics. The pick is good. Maybe a new lav mic. Again, it came with a lav mic, but you have to use their lava mic, and it's only this long. It's only this long, dude. Block party. But I tried to hook it up on the dash and film me in the car talking. So maybe in the future I could tell stories or while I'm driving around or something like that.
Lost.
I got lost, man. I had such a weird day after washing the car. That was such a weird day.
Got the air conditioner on. Yeah.
Warning kicking in later this morning for most of the time. Morgan J.
By little by little.
See, I didn't do this as a video for everybody to be seen, but I will upload it. I'll upload it later, like probably for members only. You know, for the top tier members or whatever, or for the members. This really wasn't meant to be seen. This was more like for myself. But I know a lot of the Dabbleverse people are gonna, I want to get my hands on it. We need to watch it and make fun of every little thing in his video, in his car, the way he looks, his face, blah, 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 blah. So become a middle tier, top tier member, and you'll be able to watch this video in the next couple of days to make fun of it. Got to make money off of you making fun of me. Got to do it. Got to do it. But yeah, so you guys let me know, like, what are your thoughts on that? I appreciate that. Because I want to do more out and about filming, but I have to work within my limitations. And I don't want complaints. Oh, the microphone is this and the microphone is that, and fucking sucks, man. So where's the lava mic that it comes with? I forgot where did I put it? So this is the camera that I got on Temu or whatever website it was. They call it a Temu version. Okay, here's the lava mic. And I tested the lava mic a while back. I haven't done it recently. But here's the lavalier mic. Okay. And it has that like USB-C outlet, and that's where it connects. That's where it connects to the little camera. Okay, so I don't know how long it is, maybe 3 feet. I don't know, 5 feet, whatever. So it would have to be like this. And the mic, where would I put the mic? Like on a hat, on my shoulder, whatever. Like Charlie Kirk underneath my clothes where it blows up and kills me. But I tested this lavalier mic, and in my opinion, it sounded worse than the audio here. But it won't give you that noise of the cart and everything else, but it'll probably give you the noise of the fabric or whatever. So it's a piece of shit. I mean, it was $50 or $45, whatever, with tax. So of course it's a piece of shit. I get it. But you got to use what you can work with. You know, that's what being humble in life is about. So based off of that last footage that you guys just watched a little bit of, would you be okay with watching out and about videos with that type of audio? Or would it be not even worth it, and you guys think it'll make me look even worse than I already look in terms of technology? You guys let me know your honest opinions. I'd appreciate it. Now, all right, maybe you could use the phone for audio and sync it with the video. That's a good point. But my phone has audio issues as well. I don't know if you guys caught some of my other live streams. When I would go live, it wouldn't work. The audio wouldn't work. And then sometimes when I film videos, the audio goes in and out on my phone. So I had to hook up a little $4, $5 little lavalier mic that I bought. And that thing works. And the battery goes real dead. And sometimes it doesn't even connect to the phone. It's just too many problems, man. You need a lot of money to be really professional, you know? Mr. Positive, yeah, the camera is okay, but the audio quality could use some work. I know. I don't know the answer just yet. What, in real life? Well, no, this will not live stream. I'd have to film it like that gentleman that passed away a few years back. Why am I forgetting his name now? But he passed away like last year, and he would do walk and talk vlogs. Winger fan, bye-bye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for hanging out, brother. I'm going to get into some other stuff, so hopefully you'll come back and watch the rest of the video. All you can do is work with what you got. That's right. Thank you, Mr. Positive. A Walmart smartphone to make YouTube videos. Don't feel bad. Wish my video quality was a lot better. Going to start someone to replace it. That's right. They do have like $40 or $50 smartphones, don't they? They do. But I might even buy an Android phone, like a separate Android phone for like $100 if I can come up with that money. But I think they got $30 or $40 phones with maybe a video thing that I can use to film with. You're right about that. What are they called? Burners. And then just to end the technology segment for anybody, I have this iPad Air, number 1. The original iPad Air, right? They brick everything. Apple bricks fucking everything. They brick it after a certain amount of years. They add no support for it. Then everything stops functioning and it doesn't work. So they bricked this a couple of years back, right? Now my phone is an iPhone SE 2. They're going to brick this in 2027 or 2028. They bricked my previous iPhone a couple of years ago. That's why I had to buy this iPhone. But they brick everything. But I am going to spend this weekend or this week trying to jailbreak this iPad Air. I want to be able to use it. I just want to be able to use it functionally with some of the new applications or whatever the hell is going on. So I'm sure there's a hacker out there that knows how to jailbreak the iPad Air and get it working again. Every time I try to connect it to my iPhone or whatever, it says cannot connect, cannot connect. And it needs a new operating system. That's how they brick it. You need the latest iPhone operating or iPad operating system, Mac OS or whatever they call it, iOS. And you can't get it. So the applications don't work unless you have, iOS number 17. And they stopped this at iOS like 14 or 15. So I can't get the new iOS anyway to get it on here without jailbreaking it and figuring it out. So this was like a $700 piece of equipment back in the days, the iPad Air. I bought it when I was traveling to New York to do some stuff, man, so I could watch movies and all that other shit. So if any of you guys know anything about hacking the iPad Air or can send a tutorial or something, please send it to me in email or DMs. I'd really, really appreciate it. I'm going to try to figure it out. What's up, Rose? Good to see you. I'm an Android fan. It's called neighborhood obsolescence. Exactly. Android does the same thing with controlled absolution. What's up, Malevolent? Good to see you. Android does it too? I thought that's the point of buying the Androids, is because they don't do the planned obsolescence or whatever it's called. Mr. Positive, get like a Pixel. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to get. I need money first and foremost, and I need a refrigerator. So, God be willing. Mr. Positive, just YouTube live search. Yeah, I mean, I'll do the research, but I figured maybe one of you have had experience doing it, and you can like part the Red Seas for me. That'd be pretty awesome. And another thing that I want to figure out how to get functioning or working and putting the new music on here. I erased it a while back because it wasn't working, but I have a Zune. Remember when everybody bought the iPad or the iPod, and then Microsoft came out with the Zune, and I didn't have an Apple Mac, so I bought the fucking Zune to play my MP3s. I got the Zune, right? And I loved it. I freaking loved it. I freaking loved the Zune. And I put like a bunch of it's a 20 gigabyte version. I had everything on here. It had games, it had internet, a little bit connectivity. It was great. But Microsoft stopped working on it and using it. And then many years ago, you can't update the software. And then I don't know what I did, but I deleted all the music that was on there. And this was in the movie Guardians of the Galaxy. So these became popular when Guardians of the Galaxy came out. That's right. I have a Zune, Sep Newman. Remember when Guardians of the Galaxy came out? They had a fucking Zune. And it became popular again. And I needed money, of course. I'll sell my fucking Zune. I need to sell my Zune. So I deleted all the music on there. But then the application that came with it, the disc wasn't working. And I couldn't update it to the new Zune software because there was no Zune software. And long story short, it has a radio station on it as well, which is kind of cool. You can turn on a radio station and listen, in bed or whatever as well. So that was kind of cool. And you could put digital movies on here as well, a little bit back in the days. But now I have a working Zune, but there's no music on it. I don't know how to update it. The Zune software cannot be found. It's not working. It's not recognizing the device. So I need to hack it again. So I'm sure there's a hack verse. No pun intended, Dabbleverse. There's a hack verse for hacking of the Zune and figuring out how to do it. But I tried to do it like 3 years back. And I could not figure it out. Nothing was working. So again, if you have any advice for the Zune and me to do it, or websites or whatever, let me know. Hit me up on social media. I want to get this fucking Zune working. I want to live like I'm in Guardians of the Galaxy. Hey, what's the matter with you? Hey, all right. So I want to do that definitely. But yeah, that's my technology stuff for the today. Remember the Halo Edition Zune? I do not, but I'm sure they had one. I wanted the wood colored Zune, but they were sold out. They only had the white available at Fry's Electronics when I bought it. And it was like $300, I think, at the time. Jar BEs, yeah, I know the Zune is junk, but I'd still like to have it working somehow, just for myself, Going rate on eBay is $70. Yeah, but when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, I remember looking it up and I saw them for like $150, dude. Working Zunes. And I was like, oh, shit. That's $150 in my pocket. What's up, Search One? Good to see you. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. All right, so we got all that stuff done. All right, let's bring it into the movie segment of today's show. So again, any advice for the previous topics, let me know in the chat rooms or whatever later, or in social media or DMs. Maybe you could help a person out trying to jailbreak and hack and make everything work again. That's the problem with today's world, man. Even with physical media, you will own nothing and be happy. Fuck you. Fuck you, world. Fuck you. You all spend, and we all spend our hard-earned money that we don't have on these products to last forever. But then you guys supplement them digitally and planned obsolescence and everything, and you force us to buy new shit. We're like fucking sheep at a gas pump. You got to keep filling her up, filling her up, filling her up. I mean, that's what she said. And who doesn't like to fill her up? But I'm bump. These motherfuckers. I like Angry Bower. Yeah, that'll be on the future Friday shows. Those are the acting crazy and confident shows, OTR. Those are the acting confident and crazy shows most of the time. This is supposedly Mikey's World. I try to have some fun, talk a little shit, make a little love, pretty much get down tonight. No, I try to have fun and just talk positivity and hobbies and stuff on this podcast. No guests, though. Punished Ahab. What's up with your frog meme? Mike, I need to recommend you a Netflix documentary called American Conspiracies. All right, I'm in. Called me intrigued. Called The Octopus Murderers. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Punished Ahab wants me to watch American Conspiracy. Octopus Murders. Oh, and off of a different subject, I am now fully back with an acting talent agent, and I am currently available for auditions and TV shows of the like. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if that's a comeback. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Now, if I can get my health right, get some other things right, maybe I can travel to conventions, sign autographs. But there it is. Punished Ahab. I will be looking out when I got the time for American Conspiracy, The Octopus Murders. Kind of been watching a little bit of that murder stuff. Been watching a little bit of that murder stuff in trials. Uh-oh. We got my dude coming through, and we got to represent it. Jake is on fire. Oh, Jake is on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Fire, contributor to the show, probably has a YouTube channel as well. Check him out, Jake Fire. Always representing. And he's got a theme song on this show as a vaunted, celebrated guest. Become a member, Jake. It's only a couple of bucks, $2 or $3. Become a member, brother. You don't have to, but it would be cool for you to have a little thing. Maybe I'll even rent you in the future. But Jake Fire, again, if you get a theme song for having a cool name, you're leveling up in the Bowerverse. Thank you for the 20 bones. Thank you for the orange soda. I appreciate you. How's the cool air, brother? It's fantastic. My balls are now not sweating. It's fantastic. Freaking fantastic. My balls are cool again. It's amazing. And I looked up the air conditioner that the landlords got me after multiple weeks of complaining and bullshit. And I think it was worth, I couldn't find the specific model, even though I looked up the numbers. It just was not there on shopping. I don't know if they get it from a discount warehouse or of a late models or something. I don't know. But I didn't see it online. I saw a different version of it, and it was like $480 for a different version of it. But it looked similar, but it was a different number. So they got it. It cost them anywhere between $350 to $500. So it's fantastic. Jake Fire. Yeah. My Jake on fire. I love it. I love it. Thank you for the support from the bottom of my heart. In the cruel summer that I've been living in, and in the cruel financial world I'm struggling in, thank you, Jake Fire. Thank you. And again, if you want an autograph or anything, hit me up in email or social media. Let me know who you are, and I'll check it, and I'll send you an autograph or a video just to thank you personally. Everybody that supports a lot, I'll do my best to come through for you. Hopefully I've earned your subscription and your donations. What's up, Klaus Martin? Do we need to hear that thing about the balls? Probably not. Sounded funny in my head. Sounded funny in my head. Circle of Protection. TW, would you like to star or start in my documentary? I did a couple of them recently. It depends on what it's about and how you're going to film it. Hit me up on email or whatever. Let me know what's going on. And I'll be in contact. I'll be in contact. Gerald, he's being gross today. I think I'm gross every day. I'm like a garbage pail kid every day. You got an A version and a B version of me. Today is 90% A version, B version the other 10. I do have a YouTube channel. It's in the making. I'm finishing up my final lessons on video editing. It's amazing, man. You're going to class. You're going to school. Congratulations. Mikey, are you Raptor Cat? Are you excited for Red Bar's return? If he's alive and he's returning, kudos for him and his family and his life. Congratulations. It's a documentary about you, and I'm making it either way. I hope not. Now I'm worried. Now I'm fucking worried. The whole world will realize I'm normal and fucked up at the same time. And a little bit crazy and a little bit rock and roll. I'm a little bit country and a little bit rock and roll. And a little bit hip hop and a little bit rock and roll. I'm glad to see you in a happy mood, Klaus. Thank you, brother. The air conditioner that they replaced and fixed really helps. Now, people are saying, shouldn't the landlord give me the fixed refrigerator? Well, when I got the apartment, it did not come in here. It was not on the leash. I brought in my old fridge from the garage at my old house, and I brought in that refrigerator, so I have to replace it personally. It's not the landlords do not have to do it. But the AC they did. Sorry about that. My buttons are all getting all mixed up. What bands do I like, dude? Dude, the 90s bands, the alternative, Tool, Nirvana, the big Prime-ish. I like Boys to Men. I love Backstreet Boys. I love NSYNC. Dude, I like everything, dude. I like almost everything. Did I see the Odyssey? No, but I heard it made a lot of money. And that brings me to a quick little theory that I'm going to throw out there. A lot of movies nowadays come out. This will transition us into my movie review segment. A lot of movies come out nowadays and, oh, it's woke. It doesn't make a lot of money. It's because they put DEI in it. They put this in it. They put that in it, blah, blah, blah. Okay. A lot of movies are tanking for good reason. But the Odyssey, they all know that it went woke or whatever, the DEI, because Christopher Nolan, amazing director, wants to be a Academy Award winner. So people think the Odyssey is his way into the Academy to get nominated for an Academy Award next year or this year. So he had to put in a certain amount. There are laws. You have to put in a certain amount of people and characters or DEI or diversities or races, and you know what I'm talking about. You have to put in a certain percentage. So he did it with all the characters, Lupita Nyong'o, dead naming Elliot Page, as he's now referred to. And I used to hang out with Ellen, dude, back in the days at my friend Bo's house. We would have barbecues and Ellen would show up, and yeah, I think I got some pictures, dude, in my hard drives. I know I do. Of the Halloween parties and stuff. And I don't know if Ellen's in the background or Elliot, sorry. But so he wants to win an Academy Award. Christopher Nolan does. Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins is great. And the friend that I was just talking about, my friend Bo, his father is named Kiki Barrett. He's a production designer with Spike Jonze, who was the original director of the Smashing Pumpkin music videos that created the MTV Moon Man Awards. Spike Jonze won for Smashing Pumpkins. And one of my best friends, Bo, his father, is the production designer of Where the Wild Things Are. Did all the movies with Spike Jonze. He did the production, got nominated for an Academy Award for the movie called Her. So yeah, that whole world is coming back together. But he wants to be nominated for an Academy Award. The director of Odyssey, what's his name? So he made it diverse, right? To hopefully get a nomination. And then the entire media, the movie reviewers and all that, they were saying it's going to tank. It's the worst movie ever. The reviews are coming in, blah, blah, blah. It's this, it's that, it's bad, blah, blah, blah. It ain't going to make any money. It's going to do this, do that, do that. It's a retelling of this. It's a retelling of that, blah, blah, blah. That's what people hear when I talk, blah, 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 blah. Other people actually hear it. But, so it's interesting that the Odyssey came out and made a lot of money. Now, the conspiracy in my mind is, and I did see videos of a lot of people in line waiting to go watch it. So people came out to watch this fucking movie. So that's a fact. But also my conspiracy brain goes to Hollywood needs a win. For especially because all the movies that were considered woke and were not going to do good, they eventually came out and they didn't do very good. So the audience and the people online and the critics were right. So in a conspiracy way, do you think Hollywood is inflating the numbers or paying people to go watch these movies and make viral videos and stand in line? So that way Hollywood can get a win, the movie studios? Would they inflate their numbers or actually pay people to see it and spend $100 million by giving $100 million to people to go watch the movie and give them free tickets or something? I don't know. Like, are there scalpers? You get it for the movie studios? Because the movie came back on box office or IMDb, made a lot of money. And there's a lot of video clips that the movie's doing well. And a lot of people are saying they loved it. But again, in a conspiracy way, is it all manufactured? So Hollywood can get a win with woke movies. You get it? All the movies that people are critiquing online that have been predicting it's going to suck, it's not going to do good, for the most part, they've all done bad. So they are correct. You are correct, sir. You know, now Hollywood needs to manufacture this and make it look legit and sell out this movie and have it be known that it made a lot of money to change the tide and turn the tide to where everybody that was saying, oh, it's going to be woke, it's going to be stupid, they're now watching the videos and they're seeing how much it made the first weekend. And they're like, oh, shit, it's an event. I got to get in. Now they say, damn, the movie was even better. I thought it was going to suck, but it's fantastic. I don't know, man. Is it manufactured? Or is it real? Or is it a combination of 50-50? I'm leaning toward a combination of 50-50. That way, it's manufactured in the beginning. So that way, a week or so later, now other people want to watch the movie again. So now they really go out to the theaters. It's a fascinating concept that I have trouble wrapping my brain around. I want to know your guys' thoughts on that. It's really, really interesting to me. Mike, is it wrong if I only go to movies that are super woke? Do you, brother? I don't go to a movie thinking if it's woke or not. I don't care. I don't mind seeing a black person, a white person, a red person, a different ethnicity. I don't give a damn. But when it's before the movie and they change it just for shits and giggles, then I don't want to watch it. Like when they turn, you know, a traditionally white person into a black person or whatever the case may be. I forgot what it's called, but and then they change genders for no reason. It's just stupidity. Write some good fucking movies for each specific human being, whether it be LGBTQ, whether it be, you know, different ethnicities. Write some fucking good movies for them. That's how you change it. The movies actually don't need to make money. They are humiliation, propaganda, and money well spent. Very interesting. Sorry, I'm trying to read some things. When you go woke, you go broke. It's just only look for the movie that are woke to watch. What did you guys think of Odyssey? Again, do you think it's manufactured? I don't know. Maybe half of it's manufactured, so that way they can start a roller coaster that people think they need to see it. Hey, everyone, I'm a potato. What's up, Corn Diff? See, it's just silly. You all know I was born to be a damn potato. Yeah, you were. You were. All right. Apparently, YouTube has a thing called fucking jewels. So send me some jewels, and I'll be able to show it on screen. I don't know what the hell that is, but when I logged on today, it said, congratulations, you got your first jewel. I was like, well, huh? Huh? So send me some fucking jewels on YouTube. Punish Ahab. It's a concept that I agree with you. It's supposed to humiliate you to your face. Very true, Michael. Yep. It's manufactured, man. I don't know. All right. So this weekend, thank God I got an air conditioner. I had some cool air, and I was feeling comfortable enough to watch some movies. And these movies came out on video on demand or whatever the case may be. That's not where I watch them. I get them in other ways. It's being watched over by top men. Who? Top men. I watch these movies in different ways, and I will not disclose them because I ain't got no damn money to support. But as a conspiracy theorist, and I don't know if I believe in space or aliens or what the hell it actually is, but I watched Disclosure Day, y'all. Bum, bum, bum. Steven Spielberg's movie. I watched it, loved it. I did. I'm giving you the review quickly. I loved every minute. I was on the edge of my seat. The reviews are not the best. People online are saying it's okay. It's a lot of talking, blah, blah, blah. But look, I'm a conspiracy theorist, and I love hidden clues and hidden things, and I like to find Easter eggs and all that other shit, and I'm a conspiracy theorist. We watch videos and we dissect them, and that's what we do with our brain. This movie is fantastic. For conspiracy theorists or alien believers or people that think they're aliens or expecting UFOs, this movie is fantastic. Yeah, Oppenheimer is a little bit different. I've been wanting to watch that. I don't even believe fucking nuclear bombs are real. I'm going to be quite honest with y'all. How do you have it on videotape and camera? Filming a nuclear bomb. The radiation would have killed any film footage from back in those days. I don't know. Makes you think. One-eye symbolism. Yes, there you go. That's my dude. Search number one. One-eyed symbolism at its core. Correct. And let's be honest, Search. Steven Spielberg. If there's one motherfucker that's in the know, it's Steven Spielberg. Yes, I've had the pleasure of meeting him and working with him. I had the pleasure of meeting him on numerous occasions. Had the pleasure of working with him on a couple of occasions and his studio, DreamWorks, SKG. But if there's one motherfucker that knows what's going on in the elite world and all that, or in the know with aliens or technology or multiverses, it's fucking Spielberg. Another Jew. Yeah, he knows what the hell's going on. You got all the stuff in Back to the Future, 9/11, all the predictions, all that other stuff, the multi-universes, time travel. Then think of Steven Spielberg's career. Duel, the movie about cars, Jaws, making a shark the scariest thing ever. But when it comes to his career and aliens, aliens are throughout his entire movie. And apparently the reason he became into aliens and space and the stars was his dad would make him watch, The Sky at Night in Burbank, California, where I'm pretty much staying. But Steven Spielberg is in the know. He's in the know. He made E.T., Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Indiana Jones, and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. One of not my complete favorite from Indiana Jones, but in terms of alien stories, I fucking love it. And in my opinion, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull explains everything in the Indiana Jones universe. Everything. The artifacts and everything. I'm sure some of you guys watched my 2.5-hour video on Kingdom of the Crystal Skull on my channel. If you haven't watched, hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. But aliens are in that movie, and my theory is that aliens terraformed Earth. That's right, the aliens in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull created Earth. They terraformed us, but they are the archaeologists of the universe. We have Indiana Jones, an archaeologist trying to find artifacts on Earth, right? And they all had supernatural powers. Think about it. They all had some weird-ass fucking powers. Every artifact in Indiana Jones had an artificial power. Now, the aliens in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, spoiler alert, when they get found and the skull gets placed in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, they leave Earth. They look like, scary aliens that they're going to attack, but their ship became a rock formation, and now they leave the Earth. Because the aliens terraformed Earth, they are the archaeologists of the universe, and they go and terraform planets, and they place artifacts and all that other stuff with their technology onto their planets. Then they leave their ship there, and they have puzzles. The skulls are puzzles. Once the puzzles are solved and the artifacts are found and placed in the alien ship of the Crystal Skulls, in the movie, the aliens that terraformed the planet, that put the test and the puzzles there, the puzzles have now been solved by the race of humans that are on the planet that they created. The artifacts have been found, the puzzles have been done, and they now realized our job is done. So the aliens, now the puzzles have been created, the artifacts by archaeologists on Earth have now been found, and the skulls have been placed. Now the aliens, they don't know if they're a bad species or a good species, so that's why they attacked. But now they can take their ship to the next planet and terraform another planet and create the existence of another race, whether it be the human race or another race, and they can put in all the artifacts and all the tests again. Maybe that is their job in life as the aliens from Indiana Jones, is to do that. That's my theory. I fucking love it. The Ark of the Covenant and all of that shit is alien technology with our spirits and everything else as well. But it's all alien technology. Remember, Temple of the Doom had the Shakara stone with the 3 slashes. It had 3 lines, like it's been slashed. Think of a Freddy Krueger type of finger. Those are alien fingers on the Shakara stone. Then the Holy Grail. Religion was placed in our world from the aliens, from their books. And the religious creatures were given powers by the aliens, maybe Jesus and stuff like that. Again, that's my theory. I'm sticking to it. And I loved it. So back to Disclosure Day. I loved it. There's a lot of Easter eggs. There's an ode to every film that Spielberg has done in it. I haven't found them all, but there's Close Encounters, there's Lights, there's a lot of stuff, dude. And I was on the edge of my seat. Yes, were there little issues of not understanding with the bird and stuff like that? Like, how did all of a sudden did her brain open up? Did her mind open up to disclose the aliens? Then we got the CIA or FBI faction, hiding all the secrets from mankind. And then they created the two people that was all about them to reveal aliens were alive to the world. And again, there's just so much. I need to watch this movie again. I absolutely enjoyed it. And my brain was going everywhere. And I was putting some puzzle pieces together. I absolutely enjoyed it. Again, I'm not that very good verbally to speak what I'm thinking. And I don't have the verbiage to explain it, but I loved it. I loved it. I was on the edge of my seat, watching and listening to every word, trying to figure out what's going to happen next, what's going on here. And that car scene on the railroad tracks, chef's kiss in directing. And Spielberg always wanted to film that scene on the railroad tracks with a train. Ever since he started directing, he wanted to do it in the movie Duel, his first film, or first big budget film. He wasn't able to do it, so he finally did it here, and that's the chef's kiss. I enjoyed every character in this film. Now, one thing, I'm going to end it with this because I should have wrote it all down when I was watching it, but then it would have spoiled me watching it. There's a lot of things I wanted to say that I'm missing to say. Please forgive me. But one of the symbolisms in this film, and it's throughout this entire movie, one of the biggest symbolisms that I saw was that they were about to go to World War III in this movie. It was on all the news media reports, and they were on the brink of a war with Russia. There's the propaganda about the war with Russia. Okay. Nuclear war with Russia. But they were about to go to nuclear war with Russia. So all the people were shopping and buying toilet paper and everything, all that other stuff, while the media was fear-mongering. And that's right when the aliens' plan that they put on Earth 70 years ago, maybe they were already there. The movie kind of explains a little bit about that. But that's when the plan started for the entire movie of the disclosure. It's right when we're at the brink of World War III. That's when the plan and the girl's visions and her brain woke up, and the mathematician's brain woke up, and he disappeared from the CIA or the FBI or whatever the hell they're called, that service. Forgot the name of the company. But it was right when World War III was about to happen. And that's the lore of aliens, is they always arrive to save humanity when we invented the nuclear bomb. All of a sudden, UFOs are everywhere. When we're about to destroy our world, is the lore is that when aliens show up or reveal themselves. So the first time they revealed themselves was during the nuclear war, or the nuclear bombs were being exploded and stuff like that. Then they probably wanted to disclose themselves then, but the world wasn't ready. Now we got AI, we got everything else, and then now they're possibly going to World War III with nuclear bombs with Russia. We have technology, we have AI, we have everything changing our world. And now in the movie Disclosure Day, this is the one moment the alien species took the opportunity to disclose themselves and get their plan started. It's really interesting, to say the least. And why now? Not only in the movie, but why in real life now? We got UFO files, all the movies about space and Disclosure Day and aliens, because something is fucking happening, whether it's manufactured or real or technology, Project Blue Beam, whatever the hell, a Jesus resurrection, an alien resurrection, I don't know. But we're on the brink of civilization ending. in some sort of fashion. And we need to save ourselves. So will Jesus coming back like in the rapture save us? Will alien disclosure bring us back to peace and tranquility and find a little bit of happiness through the negativity and the evil of the world? I don't know. But it's all happening now, and all of these things are programmed into movies for predictive programming, and they happen in movies a few years before it actually happens in real life. So there will be a disclosure day happening. Of what sort, I do not know. And here's the funny thing about this movie as well. I believe the same day or a couple of days after this movie came out or a couple of days before this movie came out, that's exactly when the UFO files were released. At the exact same time frame as this movie. And it's called Disclosure Day. What are the two letters? D-Day. Remember the D-Day in war history? D-Day. Take out the dish in disinformation. It's also Closure Day. Take out the closure. It's Dish Day if you're into Ebonics. Remember that term? I absolutely enjoyed it. If any of you guys seen it, please let me know. And yes, let's check out a couple of your critiques about the movie. Newport Beach Piazza. What's up, brother? Disclosure Day plot was weak. It was weak, but it wasn't. Again, I liked it. I was on the edge of my seat. I wanted to see what happened, how they're going to disclose it, everything. Again, the aliens were grayish. So they went with that history and that lore. But there was a lot of little issues with the movie, and I think you're going to bring up one now. Disclosure Day plot was weak. All he or she had to do was upload the files to social media, not the news. That is a very good, wow, that is a very good subject for me to think about. That's right. The disclosure files could have been uploaded to Wikipedia or one of these websites. But in Steven Spielberg's brain, he wrote the movie. He has the brain. He's that Jew. He has the brain of media. He has the brain of the 70s and 80s and 90s when TV was prevalent. You're right. He could have made it up to date a little bit better, but he wanted Disclosure Day to be in front of the world. And he still considers the world watching television and news channels constantly. I get it. But I absolutely loved how when the news channel finally got the Disclosure Day files and the information, I loved how it went from a local network to a higher network, then a higher network, then a higher network. Then it's officially giving phone calls. NBC, Seattle, you got to play this. Hit on to the local Pennsylvania stream. Hit on to the local Ohio stream. Look at these files coming in. Then it went on like YouTube channels as well of podcasters. And that's showing like a virus of disclosure spreading across the world. It would have done that on social media as well. But let's be honest, it wouldn't have been respected. And it would have been a slow burn. So, in my opinion, Spielberg's mind was to put it on a local media station that's affiliated with NBC, CBS, CNN, or whatever, because that's the legacy media. It's dying, but it's still there. And legacy media does run social media as well, certain channels and certain things. I kind of like it, and I see why Spielberg did it. He could have done it in many different ways. But he did it through the legacy media way because he still respects it. And in my opinion, he thought that was the best way to announce the footage for them to think it's real. And instead of it being called fake news or AI slop on social media, it now became real news and real media on Disclosure Day. That's just my philosophy of that plot. Hey, Kim Nicholson, thank you for showing up, girl. Hopefully your days are well. And I appreciate you. I saw you earlier. I just forgot to say hello. Born Mush. Did I see Disclosure Day? Yes, I just talked about it. What's up, Born Mush? It was meh. I liked it. I absolutely loved it. I'm very easy to please. The simplest things are the best things in life for me. Yes, today feels like an episode of The X-Files. Dude, and they're bringing back The X-Files. And I think they're bringing it back. Did it get picked up? I don't know if it's officially coming back. I don't know if it got picked up officially. But they're changing. They're doing that. They're changing Mulder and Scully. But it's going to be, I think, a black man and a black woman. I don't think they're going to be Mulder and Scully, though. They're going to be something different. I'm looking forward to it. I don't care that they changed the color of the people in the show. As long as they write a good story and good characters, I'm all with it. Cody Nelson, hope you're having a good day. I am. Today's a beautiful, blessed day of life for me in all ways. Even though I still got a broken fridge, I'm hoping it'll come to life, continue clinging to life for the next week or so I can get some extra money to buy that $400 fridge for summertime and for football season. Circle of Production. This is going in the documentary. Okay. Appreciate it. Good luck with that, dude. All right. So now the second movie that I watched this week, I finally was able to watch He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Man, I loved the toy. Fucking loved it. Man-at-Arms, Battle Cat. I owned them all. I didn't own them all. We didn't have a lot of money growing up. I couldn't afford Transformers. My dad bought me GoBots. But I did get a couple of He-Man action figures, man. I had Battle Cat, I had He-Man, I had Man-at-Arms, and I had Ram Man. Those are the ones specifically I can remember. I never had Mechanic, never had She-Ra. But here's a funny little story about growing up. While I was going to school, in elementary school and in middle school, there was this girl named Dana Howerton. She was like the popular girl. She was like the Paris Hilton of my school, my high school, my middle school and my elementary school. And her mother was the voice for She-Ra, the cartoon. Or her dad was the voice of He-Man. I think they were both the voice of He-Man and She-Ra. I'm getting it mixed up, but look up Howerton, the last name Howerton. And they are the voices of He-Man or She-Ra of the cartoons growing up. And we all knew that. So that girl, Dana, was like, damn, she was the popular girl. Everybody, oh my God, it's Dana Howerton. The voice, her family, they're rich, they're doing good, they're actors, they're entertainers, and all that. Then we had Mikey and Aloha, the twin Hawaiian sisters that were so cute. Mikey and Aloha, the little twins. And I finally got in their friend group toward the end of elementary school. I was always that kid made fun of. But I started to do Glee Club in 5th and 6th grade. And then I started to become popular. So I ended up in their friend group of Mikey and Aloha and Dana Howerton and all that. Then I was on I started to be on some TV shows in middle school, like Wonder Years and all that. And we filmed Wonder Years in one of the schools that I went to. We filmed like an episode that I was in Wonder Years in that. And it was so cool. So I was supposed to be in school, but I'm filming an episode of the Wonder Years in the school that I'm supposed to be in school at. And then kids in my class and everybody, what the hell's going on? Oh my God, it's Michael. I'm starring in the episode. What a great moment. But I became popular, and then I became popular in that group. Definitely in middle school, 7th grade. But early on, I started to become popular. Thank you, Brent Mania, for the donation. Anybody wants to Venmo, Super Chat, or whatever, I got my phone up again. Thank you so much. So I watched Masters of the Universe, and it was a good ride. The soundtrack was fun. Did it become a little tedious? It did. But it was kind of cool to hear like musical orchestra versions of popular rock songs. I was trying to guess the song. I'm like, what song is that? What song is that? They tried to do a Guardians of the Galaxy thing, but a little bit different. It was okay. I enjoyed it. It brought me back to that type of stuff. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. Did I own the Bad for Good cassette? Yes, I do. I don't think I have it anymore, but I did own it at one point in time. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed Masters of the Universe, and I enjoyed the storyline of, it was kind of like Superman. He got sent back to Earth through a portal, Man-at-Arms, lost his strength, and his daughter's gorgeous, and the adventure itself was very enjoyable. The costumes, the one-liners, the sword was pretty cool. The way he acquired the sword on Earth again was very funny in a comic book shop or whatever it was. And then the comic book owner goes, "Are you single?" Because she was falling in love with him. Did he look like He-Man? Could he play the nerd, the jock? I think he did a really good job, the actor that played He-Man. They didn't even reveal his name till the end of the movie, based off of his drawings when he was on Earth, remembering Eternia. So I kind of like that. That's the reason why it wasn't called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, because it wasn't really only about He-Man, as he's called at the end of the movie. Spoiler alerts. I should have told you that. But it's about the Masters of the Universe. Skeletor, Man-at-Arms, and all the other people that helped him save Eternia again. Now, did I enjoy the Skeletor character? I did. And they're saying Jared Leto did an amazing performance. I don't know how much of it was CGI. How much of it was actual CGI and vocal coding and all that other stuff? I don't know. I couldn't even hear his voice, Jared Leto's voice, in the movie. Is it Jared Leto, the actor that did it? I might be confusing with another actor. But I didn't hear his voice through Skeletor. But I enjoyed the dynamic instead of the cartoon. I absolutely enjoyed it. Skeletor was very entertaining, and he still had the comedic aspects. Now, Evelyn, that was a role that actress shouldn't have taken. I remember her from the TV show called Glee. I absolutely loved her in Glee. But that role, it's just one of those money roles. You do it to have a job and to make some fucking money. You can't really act in it. So Evelyn wasn't a scary or interesting character, to say the least, even when next to Skeletor. The Evelyn witch bitch, that was a throwaway to me. Oh my goodness, John Mark, thank you for that. Dude, I saw, while I was watching this movie, in the moment where He-Man is on that cycle, like Star Wars, I had Flash Gordon movie memories all in my head from Dino De Laurentiis. All in my head. I saw the blonde guy, He-Man, on the cycle, and I started to go, Flash! He'll save every one of us. Flash! He's the leader of the universe. I love Flash Gordon, the 80s version. Go, Flash, go! You know what? Masters of the Universe, Evelyn is like the evil girl in Flash that's really beautiful, the daughter. Dude, there's a lot of references like a Flash Gordon in He-Man. The visual stylings of He-Man was fantastic. Castle Grayskull, everything was fantastic. The cinematography was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed every moment. Even Battle Cat, when he was a baby, was like a lazy cat. And he didn't want to become a battle cat at all. He didn't even wear the armory in the movie. until, the end. It was enjoyable. It really was. It was a good ride on a good day in an air-conditioned apartment. So I had a fantastic time. Now, spoiler alert, they show She-Ra at the end, some form. So, of course, they're trying to have a comeback or another movie. But to end it with Skeletor, again, I enjoyed the character. The laughter was great. They had the comedic value. But I really hated how disrespectful they made Man-at-Arms, like as an alcoholic drunk, even though he gained his respect back by the end of the movie. It was just one of those things that they could have wrote that in a different way, but they had to write him that he was down in the dumps, that he gave up on himself because he was beaten by that other Trapjaw. Dude, that was an interesting character too, man. I never had the action figure of Trapjaw. But yeah, I thought they could have done something different with Man-at-Arms. But his daughter, I think she did a great job. And she took the lead, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I loved the figures. I loved the vehicles. I loved the colors. I loved everything. Again, I'm not saying it's the best movie of all time. Was I on the edge of my seat? No, I could have walked away and went to the bathroom. But it was a good popcorn movie just to sit there, live a little bit of nostalgia, and have a little bit of fun. It was great. It didn't make that much money in real life. And who is the movie made for? It's made for 50 and 40-year-olds like me, or 40 and 50-year-olds like me. And maybe it'll get a few new kids to go, oh, who the hell is that? Who the hell is He-Man? And what the hell is that? Man-at-Arms and She-Ra and I forgot the girl's name. She's like the goddess warrior, whatever the name was. It'll find a few people, but I hope they make another one. I enjoyed it. Is it better than the Masters of the Universe, the 1987 version? It is. It is. But Dolph Lundgren had a cameo in this Masters of the Universe, and it was a cool cameo. Really cool cameo. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a good time. Let me know your guys' thoughts, and if I have to rank it from a 1 to a 10, I give it like a 7, close to a 7. Disclosure Day, I didn't do it. If I have to rank it, I give Disclosure Day an 8. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Search 1, what's up, my dude? I liked it better than Mortal Kombat 2. The action was great. Yeah, the action in He-Man, or Masters of the Universe, excuse me, it was actually really, really good, dude. And when he used the sword for the first time, by the power of Grayskull, I have the power. All of a sudden, he was strong as hell, and he could do all these martial arts moves from China. Did he learn it on Earth? I don't know. But it was really, really fun. It was really, really fun and enjoyable, and I had a good time. And what did they call that lady? The sorceress? She's gorgeous. Marina Baccarin from Firefly, from Deadpool, from Batman Gotham Knights. Marina Baccarin. You are my cup of tea, girl. Just like Jennifer Connelly in Career Opportunities. You are my cup of tea, girl, Marina Baccarin. That is one sexy woman. That is one sexy-ass woman. All right. Sorry, I'm losing something. All right, everybody. Just a reminder, we got Super Chats and other things available. And if you guys want to ask me some weird questions or whatever, I don't mind earning a few dollars for it. Brent Mania, you're still online. Good job. Good job. Yeah, the sorceress. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I absolutely loved her role in the film. And it's kind of like, it reminded me of the movie Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. Again, spoiler alert. But Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon is one of my favorite movies as well from the 80s. Go check it out if you haven't. But in that movie, He's searching for the master. Who's the master? Shogun. Shogun of Harlem. But he's searching for the master. And in that movie, he finds the master within himself at the end of the film. He-Man took a lot of play from a lot of 80s movies and put that same storyline into it. So He-Man finds out who's the master in Masters of the Universe movie when he says, I have the power. Power ain't in the sword. When you reach the final level, your mind, body, and soul will be one. When you reach the final level, your mind, body, and soul will be one. Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon. You are the last dragon. Search out for you people with the glow. My God, I love TV, movies, and film. It's all I've got. It's all I have in life. But I thoroughly enjoyed Masters of the Universe. And Orca made an appearance at the end of the film. And I remember Orca. I had an Orca action figure. And it was very, very appreciative. Very, very appreciative. I love fucking movies. So recommend some other movies that I can watch. I want to watch The Backrooms. I want to watch Obsession. I'm just not into horror movies like Obsession, but I do want to watch that one movie. Every once in a while, a movie comes along that changes my perception on horror movies like Scream, like The Purge. Saw did that for me with horror movies. Maybe Obsession will do that for me with horror movies again. I'm definitely interested in The Backrooms, the liminal spaces. I'm definitely interested in that. That is fascinating to me. Multi-universes, portals, The Backrooms. So let me know some of the films that you guys think was good that might pique my interest, and I'll try to watch it. Oh, yeah, that's right. Brent Mania, thank you for being online. Masters of the Universe was great. I enjoyed it. I did. The simple things, man, amuse me, man. I'm very simple. I don't go into a movie. Is it woke? Is it this? Is it that? Relax. A lot of people paid a lot of money, put in some hard work to make this film, and they're not making it for individual people. You can't please everybody. You can't. It's impossible. I try all the time. I do a podcast. It's impossible. The Last Dragon is goated. Hell yeah, that's goated, man. Goated. I love that word. Newport Piazza. I love your movie segments, Bauer. Yeah, let's hope I can keep watching at least 1 or 2 films a week, and I can talk about it on podcast with you guys, because this is kind of what I love. This is my life. You know, I'm an actor and entertainer for life, man. This is who I am. Accept me. Don't disrespect me. Accept me. Yep, I was waiting for him. Backrooms was great. Yeah, I definitely want to check that one out. I heard the Backroom. What's up, Block Party? Blocked Party. Like Karmic from Ghost Party. He has a song called Ghost Party. Blocked Party. Whoa, whoa. I heard the Backrooms is about the tunnels beneath Disney. Dude, I've been to Disney jail. I've told that story a couple other times on these shows. I've been to Disneyland jail. But yeah, that's interesting. Spirited Away is good. Is that a Christmas movie? It's called Spirited with Will Ferrell. There's a new TV show with Will Ferrell called Hawk. I'm going to check that one out as soon as possible. I saw the Michael movie. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And like I said, I don't think Michael did anything bad. I don't. That's my tree I'm standing on. The industry had it out for him, and they were closing in on him, and they did what they did. No, it's a Japanese film. Is it an animated movie? Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar. I'll write it down. Spirited Away. Yes, I've heard about it then. Please comment on what movie one's recent shares held. Please comment on what movie? You're talking about what movie won? my friend Brendan. Yeah, dude, he's got some serious stuff, man. I mean, we all do. I got heart issues, blood pressure issues. Every day is a struggle for me, man. Now my body is creating red marks on elbows and knees and ears, and I have an itching on my, like, eczema or whatever, psoriasis on my, I think it's called psoriasis that I got. But yeah, my boy Wet Movie One's got like these legs that create liquid. They're always fat and they created liquid and they're exploding and he's leaking. I don't know if there's a cure. I'm really worried for him, but I think I'm going to see him in the next week or two. So I'll get more interested in that. But I love you, Wet. I love you, Brendan. And all we can do is wake up every day and realize we're alive, and it's a beautiful day. But Wet Movie One's trying to put in some things like I have, not eating a lot of sugar, trying to eat a little bit healthier as best as possible. But unfortunately, he can't walk around a lot like he used to because, you know, his legs are doing that bad stuff. So I'm worried about the cat, but I love him and I hope everything's well. I feel like I should watch a Christmas movie before July ends. Agreed. Agreed. All right, guys. So we're going to come to the final segment of today's show. So get your super chats or anything in, and maybe I'll do a karaoke song if anybody's interested. If we reach $60 online, I don't think we have, but I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to debunk a current Mandela effect. Hopefully, I'm going to do a Happy Alien podcast talking about conspiracies and Mandela effects in a little bit more detail. But let me bring this up. I watched a video just recently on there's new Mandela effects happening to a lot of people. And if you don't know what Mandela effects are, look into it. But it's very fascinating and interesting stuff. And I hope I have this Mandela effect on my screen to watch a little video of. But I wanted to debunk this Mandela effect because I'm not able to debunk most of them. But this one I am able to debunk. And a lot of people are not. They're kind of proving the Mandela effect as misremembering in this Mandela effect, per my opinion. So let me see if I can get this picture on screen. Okay, so how do I forget how to do this sometimes? I got to click on the video. Okay, so I think I just got to share the screen and then I bring it on and then hopefully everybody can hear it. Okay. Share the screen. Let's see if I can find it. Conspiracy, turn on audio. Okay. So this is something on Instagram. You could save like little videos. So this is a Willy Wonka Mandela effect video that has been dropping the last couple weeks or so. And I'm going to debunk it from my knowledge here. And hopefully you guys can hear it.
Okay, did you guys hear about the new Mandela effect that was just discovered? And I'm sure there's more of these to be discovered, by the way. There's old VHSs, there's old tapes, there's things we haven't seen in a while that if we go back, I guarantee there's more Mandela effects to be discovered. But this one in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory from 1971 with Gene Wilder, which is pretty weird, by the way, has a shocking Mandela effect. So let's get into it. So we know that to get the golden ticket, you have to buy a chocolate bar, right? Not some Willy Wonka product, but like a actual legit chocolate bar. But what if I told you, you could pop your VHS in, if you still have one, and go watch the original, never been tampered with, not digitally altered. He gets gifted, Charlie gets gifted, a moon pie now, not a chocolate bar, as the first chance to getting a golden ticket. The timeline is, he got the birthday treat at home, which makes no sense if you watch the clip. He's like, I think I got it. You don't get a golden ticket if it's on a chocolate bar. So what the heck, and no one remembers it being a moon pie. It was supposed to be a chocolate bar. Then Grandpa Joe secretly takes his saved tobacco money and buys Charlie a traditional rectangular Wonka bar. That one is a dud. And then in the street later, he buys a, again, chocolate bar, not a moon pie, and gets the golden ticket. This one doesn't really make sense. The movie specifically states you need to get a chocolate bar to win. So why would he and grandpa think he would even possibly win unless he had a chocolate bar? And this is said to have spread debate for decades, but only in the last like 3 months has this moon pie thing come out and people been wondering about it. I can't find anything about it. People talking about why you got a moon pie if you can't get a ticket from that. I don't see anyone talking about that since 1971 up until like this year. Family watches newscast stating golden tickets are exclusive to Wonka chocolate bars. Opens a moon pie. It doesn't make sense. And I don't remember no moon pie, man. I remember him opening a chocolate bar in that damn house. Now, here's the thing, though. A guy popped the VHS in his TV and said he solved the mystery of this moon pie. And he says, no, it is in the original. You know, he says, this is the VHS from 1971. It was not reprinted. It wasn't remade. This is the OG. And it shows a moon pie. So it must have always been a moon pie. But that is not how the Mandela effect worked. It's not that they went and changed it and Disney went and altered it. It's that we're now on a different timeline where that didn't actually happen. That's the trippy part about Mandela effect. It's not they're going into your basement and editing your VHS of Darth Vader saying, Luke, I'm your father. And now he says, no, I am your father. That's not what a Mandela effect is. It's a timeline shift. It's a little bit of a shocking thought, actually. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more. Big things are definitely coming around the corner. And if you think it's important.
All right, let me take that and then let me... Just so I can
Okay, did you guys hear about the new Mandela
just so I can get the image of Willie or him with the moon
that was just discovered? And I'm sure there's more of these.
Whatever, I could have that in the background. So the Mandela effect he mentioned, it was a little bit hard to go by. I didn't think the video was that long. But a lot of people are now watching Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory and seeing him open up a moon pie. I forgot what it's called. A scrumdiddlyumptious something bar or whatever it's called. And they're confusing it with the Wonka bar, where he receives the golden ticket. A lot of people are like, what the hell is a moon pie? Why would they even buy a moon pie? I don't remember it being a moon pie. It was always a chocolate candy bar. Block Party said, Charlie was a CIA plant to steal Wonka recipes. Dude, that movie has a lot of conspiratorial stuff in it. Even Wonka was like, when he falls down in the beginning of the movie with the cane, he's letting everybody know that you're going to have a trickster and things are not what can see they be. And he's a child murderer, killing children in his factory. But a lot of people remember, they think it was a Wonka bar on every instance. When I immediately saw this Mandela effect, I was like, no. Again, maybe it's different timelines. That being said, in my timeline, I always remembered it being a moon pie. The first time. There's 3 instances in the movie of Charlie opening up chocolates to hopefully find the golden ticket. And again, the moon pie was the first instance after the contest was announced that if you buy a Wonka bar, you get a golden ticket. So at the first instance for his birthday, his family saved up and bought him a moon pie. In my opinion, they didn't know or have enough money for the Wonka bar. Maybe the Wonka bar was a couple of pennies more expensive. But they bought the moon pie because they thought any Wonka product could have the golden ticket. They didn't watch the newscast. I didn't remember them having a TV in their room, but apparently they did. So that was the theory I came up with, that they never saw the news report. So they didn't know what item to buy at the Wonka store, the candy store, to get him a Wonka ticket. So they walked into the store, and you remember when he walks into the candy store, Charlie, right when he walks in, there's an area and they have the moon pies right there by the door. So his family that bought him the moon pie, they didn't go to the counter to get the Wonka bars. They picked up the moon pie. It was the first thing they saw that was Wonka related. That's why they bought him the moon pie. Now, Seth Newman is saying, I remember the new moon pie. Exactly. But that was the first instance in my universe or my timeline, and I remember the moon pie. I yelled at the screen when I was older and I saw it for my probably 20th time. I go, why the hell did I buy him a moon pie? Then many years ago, I said, why the hell did I buy him a moon pie? It's a Wonka bar. So I knew that many years ago. So that's why it was in the forefront of my head. So when I watched this Mandela effect, I was like, nope, it was the moon pie. It was the moon pie. It was the moon pie. And then that was the first instance of Charlie trying to get a golden ticket. Now, Charlie could have told him it has to be a Wonka bar. I think he knew. But Charlie's like, hey, fuck it. He's like, he didn't want to disrespect his family. Why'd you buy me a moon pie? He's happy with whatever they got him. Cabbage soup included. That's what they ate there, the cabbage soup. He opens up the moon pie and says, oh, thank you. Oh. Then with the tobacco money, Grandpa Joe, on the second time, buys an actual Wonka bar. Because Charlie told Grandpa Joe later, it's supposed to be a Wonka bar. These are my theories. It's supposed to be a Wonka bar. These are the only places you can get a golden ticket. So then Grandpa Joe's like, fuck it. I'm going to spend my tobacco money and I'm going to buy Charlie a Wonka bar so he can officially open it. But we have to do it in the middle of the night from my bed so that way the family doesn't know that they made a mistake the first time. So then they open up the Wonka bar in his bed and there's no golden ticket. And, it's all sad. We get it. Then the third time, Charlie finds a coin, maybe worth $1 or whatever. I don't know in that universe how much that coin was worth. But, he buys the coin. He immediately goes to the candy shop. And he wasn't even thinking about Wonka bars because Charlie was smart as fuck. Charlie was smart AF. And it showed throughout the movie. Charlie was so smart. I don't want to gamble on Wonka bars. I mean, Grandpa Joe lost his fucking tobacco money gambling on Wonka bars. My mother and my family gambled on a moon pie that wasn't even a Wonka bar, and we've lost probably another $1 of our money. I can't buy a Wonka bar with this coin that I found. So he immediately was smart. He's like, I ain't going to buy a Wonka bar. I'm going to buy fucking regular candy. Fill myself up with the real shit that will satisfy you. Maybe he don't even like chocolate. Remember? He said, I don't even really like chocolate. I don't even really like chocolate. Makes you taste bad. So he bought the real candy being smart as fuck. He didn't want to gamble. He didn't want to gamble. But then he figured, and he had a dime or whatever, the exact amount left after spending and getting the change from the candy man can when he mixes it with love and makes the world go round. The candy man can. When he got the change from the other candies that he bought, now he had an exact amount for a Wonka bar. He's like, fuck it. Should I sleep with her without a condom? That's a joke. It's a really bad joke. Should I? And he did it. And now guess what? I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden chance to make my way. And with a golden ticket, it's a lovely day. So, yeah, so that's my theory, and that's how it all worked out. I don't remember the moon pie. I always remembered the moon pie. I'm not like the other people. And I think I easily debunked that Mandela effect right now. Rose said, yes, it was a dime, and she remembers this. That's right. Sep Newman says, and we wonder why poor people are addicted to scratch-off tickets. Good analogy, 100%. Dude, I don't even have any money. I barely pay my bills, dude. I'm blessed. Thanks to a lot of you. Again, I'll thank you forever. But every week on fantasy football, I don't even know how I come up with the money to play in some of the leagues. That's why I created my own fantasy football league, so I can be in my own league. Free of charge. Be the commissioner. But I also gamble, like they're called parlays in fantasy football. And the last couple of years I've been doing that, but I can only afford, and I try to get at least $10 every week to gamble on football, like $10. I know it's the cheapest amount. You ain't going to win much, but that's why I do parlays. Because in fantasy football, you want to predict, how many touchdowns a player will throw, or score, or how many yards a quarterback will throw, or a running back will run. Is it over 55 or under 55? And you get percentages. And if you bet like $10 on one thing, you can't bet just one thing. You have to bet two or more, I think it is. It's either two or three more. And then, you bet $10, you might win 5. But I bet like 8 or 9 parlays where 8 or 9 things have to happen. And I do it multiple times, but not for $10. I do I think I bet $3 every time on 3 parlays a week, of 9 things or 8 things that, excuse me, I'm burping, that have to happen. I pick like 8 things that have to happen for $3. And depending on if they happen, that $3 can turn into $600, $500, $300 if all the 8 things happen. And I do that 3 times a week for like $3 each. So that's like $9, $10 every week. Maybe one of them I'll use $4. But that's what I do every week of the football season. And there's 18 weeks of the football season and probably 4 weeks of the playoffs. So that's 22 weeks. And if I spend $10 a week, that's still $220, $230. That's a lot. But that's all I can afford. And have I ever really won any of them? I haven't. Not the 8-pick parlays. Every once in a while, I do a 2 or 3-pick parlay for $2, $1, $3. And then I might win like, $20 or something like that to gamble for the next week. But last year, 2 years ago, I was 1 pick away from hitting, I think it was a $5 parlay I played for 8 things. And I could win $1,000. And I was 1 thing away from happening, and it happened. Just to give you to vent my frustrations, just to give you my shit. So all the 7 things happened in this parlay for like $5, and it was going to pay me out like $900 and something, close to $1,000. All the things happened on Sunday and Sunday night football. Now we're going into Monday night football, and I had Travis Kelce with 3 receptions or more. And it was in his bad year a couple years ago. And in the game, he had 2 receptions. And I'm 1 reception away from Travis Kelce catching a 3rd reception with 2 minutes left. And the Kansas City Chiefs have the fucking ball. They're driving into the end zone. They score. Fuck. But they go for 2. They go for 2. I'm 1 reception away from my tight end getting me $1,000 on a gambling app. Sleeper, to be exact. Now they go for 2. Travis Kelce catches the ball and scores the 2-point conversion. Bam! I won the money. I won the money. I won the money. The money's mine. I won the money. I won the money. I'm screaming. I'm going nuts. I won the money. He recepted the ball to score the 2-point conversion. He caught the ball, scored 2 points. He recepted the ball. It's his 3rd reception of the game. And my gambling is 3 receptions or more. And I won the money. But I didn't. It's not a reception. According to the fantasy football gambling websites and fantasy football in general, when Travis Kelce catches the ball, It's not a reception on a 2-point conversion. If he catches it for a touchdown, that's a reception and a touchdown for those points. But when he catches the ball for a 2-point conversion, it's not a reception. He didn't catch the ball, but he did. It's not a reception. They didn't update my gambling websites, my fantasy football, nothing. It's not a reception. Why? It's not a reception. It's a 2-point conversion. That's different than receiving the ball to create the 2-point conversion. What the fuck with this legal Jewish mumbo jumbo bullshit is this? Needless to say, I didn't win the money. It's a 2-point conversion, and he didn't receive the ball or recept it. But he had to catch it to score the 2-point conversion. Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God. Sorry, got all these things on my screen. My computer acts up. Sep Newman, I want to respect that. Michael Erpinski, thank you for the $5. If you're asking who the better person was in terms of the show, it's got to be Pinsky. Not that I had any problems with Michael, but Pinsky added a needed flair for the second season. That, I don't know, that Playboy, that polo club type of energetic personality to contradict Budnick's character. Michael was the guy that was getting bullied on and starting to become friends little by little with everybody, but he technically could still be picked on. Pinsky was that person that could take everything and have fun with it and also overpower the strong individuals like Budnick. So in my opinion, Pinsky was the more developed character moving forward. But I would have loved to have them both. It would have been amazing to have Michael back, the actor, Eric MacArthur, but he had to move back to Hawaii. His mother, I think she was sick at the time, and they had to move back to Hawaii to go to school and live their life. So I respect it. Oh, we got my dude, everybody. Wife Likes Knives is an amazing, accredited human being and actor. His name is Sean Weiss. You guys may have known him from as Goldberg the goalie in The Mighty Ducks. He's in the movie Heavyweights. I consider him a friend of mine. We've been through many years together of struggles and turmoil, and he's on a great path right now, and I'm so proud of you, Sean. So everybody say hello to Sean Weiss from The Mighty Ducks, many other acting and television and film projects. What About Weiss, his little pilot series that he gave me the pleasure of being in and hanging out with you all, and I freaking love you. He does comedy. He does it all. He sells knives. Check him out at conventions. I think he's doing an event in August that unfortunately I'm not able to attend because, is it August or October? I think it's August, but because of my health and travel situation, I'm not able to do it with you. But everybody, find Sean Weiss online, YouTube, Instagram, support him. He's just making his way in the world today, doing everything he can, trying to stay away from all the worries and pay his bills on time. Wouldn't you like to make a lot of money? But sometimes you gotta know Sean Weiss is a cool person and a human being. Boom, 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 boom. And we're always glad you came and said hello. We love you, Sean. Thank you for saying hello and being a part of the live stream. You should start doing some YouTube, some live streams, hanging out with the people, selling knives, and make a merchandise store, brother. You know, if you need any help with any of that, maybe I can help you out, man. Hit me up at another time and date. Gypsy Magi, DraftKings will give you an affiliate sponsor. Yeah, I could look into that for my Raider channel, especially. Thank you, Gypsy. Sorry. I was San Fran Shammy. I was planning on doing a Mighty Ducks marathon tonight. Dude, I love the Mighty Ducks, man. I am friendly with so many of them. And with Eldon, one of the Smash Brothers, his brother Garrett. Dude, we were in movies together for many years. And dude, we auditioned versus each other so many times, just like I did with Sean. I love a lot of those people. And just really, really happy to get to know you all. August, I don't want to go without you. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sean. I was supposed to have a surgery, brother, but I had an infection in my blood. I had walking pneumonia. They wouldn't give me the surgery. They delayed it. Then my medical company went to shit. They transferred. They went out of business. My provider, even though I had Medi-Cal, but my provider, the company, went to shit. I lost my doctor. So now I'm on another plan. I have to do all my heart tests again. I have to try to get a surgery again. And they only gave me an appointment at the end of August for my checkup, my physical, so I can start the process all again. Last time I went to Philadelphia, dude, I had my third mini stroke. So I am not healthy enough to travel, dude. I'm barely even healthy enough sometimes to do live streams. Let me be honest with you, brother. But I'm going to miss you. You're going to have a good time with Danny Cooksey. Danny's going, and you're going to have a great time with him. You guys are going to have a wonderful time, and it'll be fun, man. Say hello to your wifey and everybody else. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. You're hilarious always, my bro. Thank you, man. Dude, you inspire me, man. You're always shedding a smile, going to conventions. You're always doing things, movies. Since you got your life back, I am so fucking proud of you, brother. You are inspirational, brother. You are sharing and living life every day to the best of your abilities. And I mean it when I tell you, I'm fucking proud of you, dude. You're handling the evil and the negativity with grace and love and honor. You've come a long way, my dude. Come a long way. Dennis Michael said, what up, Sean? Eagles practice tomorrow, everyone. Yeah, training camp opens for the Raiders in the next couple of days. You got me thinking we'll hit you up. Yeah, Sean, we got to make money wherever we can, dude. Anywhere we can, dude. We got to supplement our income. Are you still auditioning for projects from where you're at? I just started to do that again. Albeit I owe SAG like thousands of dollars. I owe SAG like $1,600 now or $1,500. Oh my gosh. But hey, I'm never going to give up. Never going to give you up. Never going to let you down. Never going to run around and give up on acting or entertaining. And I'm thinking about doing comedy in the future, brother. Trying to do stand-up like you, brother. You're an inspiration. Yeah, hit me up if you want any help on a merchandise store. Make a few bucks or live stream, dude. Are you ever going to make it back to Timeline Arcade? If they invite me and I'm healthy, I'd be honored. That was a hard day of work. That was 8 hours of nonstop stuff, dude. And I got on the news station. That was really, really fun. That was really, really fun. Mighty Ducks were awesome. And CB33, a Dabbleverse person, thank you for your membership always. The one-man show is going to be dope. Well, when I finish it, yeah, I'm definitely going to be scared to do it, especially with the Dabbleverse people. And I'm afraid to even promote it because it'll become like Chad Zumach special. Well, everybody will critique everything or comment or whatever. But at the end of the day, yeah, you can't let that shit get to you. All you can do is control what you can control. write something creative and hope other people like it. They might not, they might troll you, they might heckle you, but hopefully they'll respect you and let you do it. So I'm looking forward to that. When will that be done? If so ever, I do not know. I haven't made a GoFundMe for it. Not saying that's a bad thing, but yeah, I don't know. I might even do it at a private theater or something with other actor friends or comedians or something like that. I don't know. But it'll definitely be next year. It'll definitely be after December. And hopefully, like I said, I'm a little healthier. Maybe I've had my stent surgery by then. I doubt it with the way the medical people are working. Sorry, my nose is itching. And that brings me back to another Mandela effect we'll talk about real quick. But yeah, it'll definitely be next year sometime. I might even do it on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know what outlet I'm going to use. I would like to make money off of it somehow. I don't know. But might even do a live YouTube one-man show. You know, fuck it. For members only or something like that. I don't know. Got to see what we got to do, you know. But it'll definitely be next year. Maybe around my birthday. All right, let me respect the super sticker. I think we got a red super sticker by Kelly101 with a super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. And I asked the question, where's the sticker? Where's the sticker? Thank you for the support. All right, let's finish with this. I don't think I have this Mandela effect on screen, so I can remove this one. And on a future Happy Alien Conspiracy podcast, we're going to watch some of these videos and we're going to go over it. And I'm going to have a co-host, a beautiful girl co-host, hopefully moving forward on the Happy Aliens podcast, and maybe some future guests as well with my co-host. I'm still trying to figure out how to do things correctly and be on time and consistent. But let's get that off of screen. And but there is one little Mandela effect that is kind of interesting. You guys remember the TV show called I Dream of Jeannie, where she would always do like a magic witch spell or something, like as a genie, and she would like wiggle her nose. She'd go wiggle her nose, and then that thing would happen. Well, people are now coming on to that Mandela effect because CERN closed. CERN, the operation that has possibly put us into all these Mandela effects, has now been turned off for 4 years. That's a story in itself for another time and day. But now people are witnessing that in I Dream of Jeannie, that she does not wiggle her nose. That all she does is wiggle her lips. And they're like, I could have sworn it was her nose. I could have sworn it was her nose. And I'll be honest with you, when I saw this, same thing with Willy Wonka and the Moon Pie. I always remembered her mouth. Her mouth moving her nose. Because you can't move your nose without CGI in the 60s when the TV show was on. So you have to move your mouth to mimic the bottom parts of your nose. But she did it subtly to where you would only look at her nose. And I do remember animations that would show like little lines on her nose, because I think there was a cartoon too. And in the cartoon, I think it was her nose. But on the TV show, it was her mouth. And I remember it being her mouth. Because how do you move your nose officially without moving your mouth? But people are climbing onto that Mandela effect now. How weird. Why would you need a GoFundMe for a one-man show? If I was going to film it, brother. If I was going to film it. Like Chad Zumach. That was the comparison. You get it? Because like I would want to film it. I'd have to perfect it and then I would want to film it semi-professionally. But I'd probably use like YouTube cameras, or what are they called? DSLRs. I own this DSLR. Sorry if you guys heard some noise. Sorry about that. But I own this DSLR. It's called the Canon EOS Rebel T3. But the memory card, I would use this as a webcam, but it honestly does not connect as a webcam perfectly. I looked into that. But if I filmed a one-man show, of course I could use any money to help me out with editing or production. But I could film it on DSLRs, the T31s. This is the Rebel T31. And there's like 700Ds, Canon 700D, and the more professional ones. But this only films for like 15 minutes. And then you have to stop it and start it again with the memory card. Like it heats up. It only films like 15 minutes. But that's my recommendation for Chad Zumock is he can film it on 2 or 3 professional DSLRs or these type of cameras, man. And maybe get a person with a Steadicam to film the audience and stuff like that, walking around. I don't know. But yeah, but you're technically right. You wouldn't need money or GoFundMe for that. But if I perfected it and I wanted to film it like John Leguizamo's Mambo Mouth, which is one of my inspirations, then I would do it. I would definitely do it and make a GoFundMe. But to be quite honest with you, GoFundMes, in my opinion, are more of a emergency nature, and filming a special, a one-man special. Again, Chad can do whatever he wants to do. This is just my opinion, and I'm proud for Chad. I'm supporting him, and I'm hoping for the best. A lot of weird things about that story that's going on. I'm starting to see things that I never thought I would see, but still, I'm rooting for the guy. I'd be honored to be a comedian at his show. Chad Zumock. If I'm healthy enough, you wanna fly me out? Let me do my comedy or whatever it is at your show. I'd be honored to open up for you. Clip it, Chad Zumock. I'd be honored to open up for you, brother. But I'm wishing you the best. I'm afraid you're drinking again, which really saddens me, Chad. But I'm rooting for you, brother. But I think GoFundMes, they can be hijacked a lot by a lot of people, and they've done that. A lot of people have done it. It's more emergency nature. Like when I lost my house and I lost everything, I had nothing. I had to make a GoFundMe, and you all saved my fucking life. And even some of the actor friends of mine and actor community came out and supported me, made me feel good, it made me feel alive again. So that's the only reason I even have an apartment, is because I had to make an emergency GoFundMe. I literally had nothing. And I was on a time crunch to move out. I was on such a time crunch that even if I went to work and found a better job, couldn't even came up with that amount of money. Oh, it's such a really sad time in my life. I've had a lot of sad times in my life. Even now, it's still a sad time. But man, that shit is scary. But GoFundMes are for emergencies, in my perspective, not for extra credentials. But again, anybody can do it for extra things or to film a comedy special. That's kind of like, what's the other website where they create comic books and all that and people fund it? It's not GoFundMe. It's something else. It's where they create projects. Please forgive me. I'm forgetting the name. Bulgarian Pit Viper. What up, big dog? What's up? WWE wrestler with an Iron Man type of face. Love your avatar. Love your freaking avatar. Chad, fly this man out. I know you Dabbleverse people will get on top of it. Something's going on with my screen. Like, there we go. I got it back. Imagine being proud for chat. Yikes. You mean for Chad. Again, you guys all have your thing like that. I'm proud of everybody. I hope you all the best. I hope you all can create something. I hope you all can have fun in life, do something. But again, that's just me. That's what it's called, Kickstarter. Kickstarter. Give Send Go is like controversial. Like they've done stuff like with that woman. I think she raised like almost $600,000 for saying the N-word to a guy at like a playground or something. I think Give Send Go allows you to do the controversial stuff, and the Kickstarter is like for the comic books and movies and stuff like that. The way to where people get a reward if they're going to fund your comedy one-man show or special, they get rewards from it. You know. GoFundMe, basically, once you send the money, it's done. And I don't think with GoFundMe, they have to spend the money the way you tell them to, if what I'm saying is correct. But whatever's in the title should be what's done. And it's kind of scary with the Dabbleverse and everybody, for anybody to make a GoFundMe, because they try to spend the money. If you have a new hat on a live stream, then they make fun of you for it. Oh, where'd you buy the hat? Where'd you buy the Jiffy peanut butter that I got in my background? Oh, I've never seen that stereo before. He's spending our GoFundMe money that we gave him for his comedy special. Stop spending their money. Okay? The minute you give him the money, or anybody, for whatever the case is, you hope and pray that they do exactly what they're saying. But the money's gone. But then people want to report, and that's a scary fucking world, man. That's why I didn't even want to create a fantasy football league for some of the Dabbleverse people. I thought it'd be fun for the Dabbleverse people to play fantasy football. But if I charge $20 or $10 to play, how many of them would actually pay it? Then I'd be the commissioner. Then they would say that I'm cheating the game. Then they would say, what are you spending the money on? You made $100 in the fantasy football league as the champion, and you rigged the games, and that's why you're the champion. And it's content. It becomes content for them to talk shit about. So that's why I told Flimsy Gil Greenberg, I go, I'm not going to create a fantasy football league for the Dabbleverse. I'm not going to do it. We should talk about it on another show. I didn't really want the show to be about this, but hey, we're at the end, and I should get on out of here. But yeah. So I'm not going to create a fantasy football league for the Dabbleverse. Sounds fun, but I'd get nitpicked every week. They would call me a fraudster. They would tell me how to spend the money that they paid to play. Even if I made it free for the Dabbleverse podcasters to play, I would still be the commissioner, and they would say I'm scamming or rigging the games, and they'd have questions about the rules and the scoring. It would be too much for me. I can't deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. But if Flimsy Gilbert, the creator of Dabble Tips, wants to create a fantasy football league, or anybody in the Dabbleverse wants to create a fantasy football league, if you want me to play, I don't have any money to give you because I'm broke as a joke, but I'd be honored to play in your league, and I'm going to win the fucking championship. So if you're making any personal leagues, a Dabbleverse league, and you want me to play, hit me up on social media, and I will play against you. Heck, give my buy-in for free because you got DonkeyLips in your fantasy football league. If the buy-in's $5, $10, whatever, give it to me for free. And then if I win the championship, maybe I earn like $50, $70, whatever the championship gets, I'd be honored. All right, everybody. I'm going to get going. Yeah, a one-man show is not an emergency, just stating a fact. No need for a rebuttal. That's all worried. How weird. Love your name. How weird. How rude. Just kidding, brother. Love you, Sammy. San Fran Sammy, Kickstarter, Indiegogo. Yeah, I forgot the differences, man. There's a bunch of different ones. I can't sub to your football channel. Dude, I might have blocked people back in the days, but I'm gonna unblock everybody right now. If I go live in a couple hours on my Raider football channel, maybe you're blocked. I don't know, but I'll unblock every single person before today's live stream. If I go live, I need to relax for a little bit, and I'm burning out and feeling some sort of way right now with my blood pressure. See, I need to take a breath too. Calm the fuck down. All right, let's read a couple of these. People will be watching what he spends it on. Yeah, I get it. I mean, they have to. Again, Chad has a history. I'm not aware of every single thing, but let's be honest. Chad has a history, and a lot of people feel disrespected, so they're going to watch everything he says or does. And it's really sad for Chad to have to deal with that. But hey, when you make your own bed, you got to lie in it. Sometimes you got to lie in it. And I've made my bed on plenty of occasions, and I have to lie in it. Carmix. Oh, sorry, I can't even read. Carmi's real. Chad's GoFundMe is frozen due to legal investigation. Is it? Yeah. If I had any money, I would send it to him. I don't. I'll give him some of my time in support. You know, I'll give him some of my time. Maybe go on a live stream of his, but I needed to disappear for a little bit. Stop championing for this guy, Bauer. Dude, I'll champion for you, brother. That's where my heart is. Again, whether he's deserving of the championing or not. Okay, we all have our different things. I'm rooting for everybody. I'm rooting for Kevin Brennan, even though annoying as fuck. He's all about the money. I'm still rooting for everybody, brother. I'm rooting for Patrick Melton to have a healed back, not so he can make fun of me again and do that shit, just so he can not have an injured back. Again, I'm a different person. How would one rig fantasy football? I never really thought about it, to be quite honest with you, but you can change scores on websites or as commissioner. I'm sure you can. Well, I know you can. I'm trying to think of any other ways that I know about to rig it. You could probably change players after the games are done or during the game, but yeah. My integrity is pure. My integrity is pure. And I've won my 4 championships in my main league because I'm fucking amazing. Out of 17 years, I'm amazing. I'm going for my 5th championship this year. And I've won, not in the Bowerverse League. I haven't won in the Bowerverse League. I think I've been to the playoffs out of every year. No, I think I missed them the first year. But long story short, in my 17 running acting league, I've made the playoffs probably 12 years, 13 years out of the 17. And I've won the championship 4 times. And out of 17 years, I've been to the championship 7 times. And yeah, I'm fucking good at fantasy football, y'all. I'm fucking good at it. We got an auction league too that's really, really fun. So there it is, CB33. Thanks you guys for your input. I don't know what you're talking about. Fantasy League doesn't sound like a living necessity. I haven't made a GoFundMe for that. And people get prizes in the Fantasy League. And if they want to play, I make anywhere between $60 to $100 total per league. That's the leagues that I run. But my fantasy football league, you're right, it's not a necessity. So thank you. Oh, you're a hypocrite, Bauer. You're a hypocrite, Bauer. Whatever. With your little comments of gaslighting people. Super sticker, Sepp Newman. Appreciate the sticker, man. $4. It's a good amount. It's a good amount. All right, let me add it all up, and if we hit like $60, I'll do a karaoke song. If we didn't, I'm out of here, bro. I want to relax for a little bit. All right, sorry, my brain. 25, 7, 3, 65, 69, 75. All right, so we hit 75 in super chats. And after YouTube takes this thing, is that $60? Let me think. So out of every $100, they take 30, so 15. Yeah, so we might have hit $60 exactly through YouTube. All right, now let's get. I can't show this on screen. I'm not going to. It has an adult image, so too bad. Yeah, I'm not going to read any of it. I don't care. They can do whatever the hell they want. Thank you for the $5. Appreciate it. They can do whatever the hell they want. All right, let's time these people out. I'm getting out of here, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Hope to see you all on my Raider channel if I go live later today. But thank you for hanging out on Mikey's World with my middle brain thoughts, my stories. I did my movie reviews, and I did my Mandella debunked videos. I appreciate each and every one. Once again, a reminder, if you want to win the gift of an autographed photo and trading cards from DonkeyLips, caption this movie picture or title and caption it as a movie title or a buddy picture in the chat room or the chat room of the video after it's done. And next week, I will announce the funniest caption to this photo on hopefully next week's Monday's Mikey's World. And the Dabbleverse people, my shows, if I do or delve into more of that stuff, it'll be on Friday nights. It's a podcast called Acting Crazy and Confident. So look out for that one. But Mikey's World is something different. And my Happy Alien podcast, which will return very, very soon with a co-host. And that's about conspiracies and aliens and other interesting topics. So Dabbleverse people, find me on Friday evenings or Saturday evenings or mornings. And that's when I do that podcast. All right. I think we got another super chat so I can get out of here. Nope. I didn't want to read that one. I don't care. But I wish her the best. Go Raiders for LaTanya Vegas. I wish her the best. And I hope they can all get over all this bullshit and drama and relax. We're all cool to each other until we're not. So I'm over it. You guys need to get over it too. And I know I hurt you, but you hurt me first. That being said, again, thank you guys for hanging out. Capturing the picture. Who's the black fella? It's an AI picture of a movie that I wish I would star in. And I want like an 80s caption or movie title for that movie. Like Lethal Weapon 2 or whatever. I don't know. Somebody called it Thelma and Louis. Or no, what was it? Theman and Louis. Like Thelma and Louise, but Theman and Louis. The black guy is Theman. And I'm Louis because I probably look a little Latino. It's all good, brother. Kel, everybody, thank you guys for your love and your support. I'm going to get on out of here. Stay blessed, stay happy, stay strong. And remember, you have to find the fun in the good through the bad. And I hope to see you on the next Mikey's World. Good night, everybody. Oh, I was supposed to do karaoke. Oh, no, we didn't reach $60. I did the math. Did we? I don't know. I'll do karaoke on the Friday night Acting Crazy and Confident show because that's what they want to see from Karmic. I'll do it on another show, but I promise I'll do something special I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for supporting. I appreciate you, and I love you. See ya.